Ho,
Yeah,
ho, ho,
yeah, yeah.
ho. Mm.
Yeah.
Yo, that
Happy
intro.
Sunday. Fun
Mm.
day, relaxing day. As I always say. I'm gonna get a new saying eventually anyway. But you in the building, you in the basement with Next Step and my boy.
Okay.
We in here, man. Happy Sunday.
Mm.
Relaxing day once again. We gonna start talking about, we got NBA talk. We're gonna talk a
Mm-hmm.
little football.
Mm.
It's getting a little itchy. Everybody getting a little anxious. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? That we gonna get into some a little '90s versus the 2000s NBA from
Ooh.
our guy SB Talk Sports last week.
Ooh.
He was diving in a little bit, so
Mm.
let's make it a topic. Create
Yeah.
the content for it. Dialogue, open
Mm-hmm.
dialogue for that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what's up to my bro Daryl?
What up,
Locking
Daryl?
in right away. Appreciate you,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Love you. Appreciate you. Make sure you let everybody know, and your friends, and homies, and other family members that we have to
Mm-hmm.
lock in on us. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe button, notification button. But we gonna be in here, man. We want to start the show off, um, with we lost a friend this past
Mm.
week.
A
Uh,
brother.
a brother, yeah, a brother. Uh, uh, our guy Bill. Okay, you can start. You can start it off with that.
Sure. What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing? Yeah, unfortunately, we lost a brother in the community. Not only as a brother, as a ball player, just a brother as a brother. Great guy to be around. Always a great conversation. Um, and always willing to play, man. Never seen a shot that he didn't like, and we love him for this. Um,
The toughest guy in the room with a
yes,
heart
absolutely.
a heart big as gold, man.
Yes, absolutely.
You
Like
couldn't you couldn't tell Bill anything, man. Bill knew everything. He could beat everybody, no
mm,
matter what the situation was, man. He was a Cowboys fan.
oof.
You know what I'm saying? Big shout out
Hmm.
to Gideon for locking in with us again this week.
Hmm.
Appreciate you, brother. Salute. Um, but yeah, Bill was a comedian,
Mm,
a tough guy. He
was
was
he?
he was the muscle. He was
Hmm.
everything. It wasn't a sport or anything that Bill couldn't do.
Yes.
Man, it was a privilege of knowing him and being a friend,
Hmm.
brother with him. To him. Anytime I got with Bill, it was more a Clash of the Titans because he would find a way to pick an argument. He could be right.
Absolutely.
You could agree with him, and he'll say,
Yes.
"You know I'm right." That's why, because you know I'm right. Like he'll always say, he'll make sure that you
Yep.
understand that he's right. Um, he's definitely a competitor,
Hmm.
a great competitor, man. Comedian at times, and when you think he's serious, he be cracking jokes at you, and you
Yeah.
don't even know it. Sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, Bill's a great man, man. This came real sudden. I happened to be cruising through Facebook and I saw it. Big shout out to our bro Ron the barber doing big
Hmm.
things over at our alumni
RDBs. Yep.
at MLK.
Hmm.
Shout out to Ryan teaching barbering the barber school,
Hmm. Yep.
um,
And
barber school
also he does
academy.
yeah, and also he does too. Like he's really doing some really big things for the community and also for like the entire city of Philadelphia. He's also cutting at the Youth Study Center too, like
Okay.
for some of the kids. And I believe he's actually, I'm not sure, but I think he's actually holding classes there too. So when they come out, he's actually offering them like schooling and licensing so they get their license so that way they can go to
Mm-hmm.
like a barber shop to get jobs and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And actually, Ron was the one who gave me the news. about Brother Bill's passing and stuff like that. And first of all, I didn't believe him. I was just like, man, whatever, man. You're stop talking like that
Right.
because, I mean, in this whole year 2022, like I've been into my share of funerals, man, and I'm
Right.
just about tired of it. So,
Yeah. Most definitely.
but yeah, once he told me, he's like, yeah, this is what happened. It's okay, all right. I was just, man, I had to just think for a minute and just take a cry for a hot second because, like, I knew Bill since, let me see, wow, I knew Bill since like maybe late '90s,
Mm-hmm.
like late '90s when we started, like, when we started working out up at the Y at the Germantown Y doing, like 3-on-3s with like Hot Rod and
Mm-hmm. Hot
everybody
riding
and
them.
stuff
Yep.
like that,
Yep.
and yeah, I mean, and like I said, he's definitely a competitor, man, because he's not backing down.
From nobody.
Because like when you hear the names like like Hot Rod and Yama and all these other great names and Phil, North Philly and stuff like that, you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
all right, let me just, we like Bill was the one to tell me like, "Hey, go at him! Like, hey, go ahead and board. Like, they
Right.
might be able to dribble, but shout out Hot Rod too if I see you. Sorry,
No,
Hot Rod.
no doubt. That's my guy. That's my OG.
you
I'll
know,
never forget him.
it's like, yeah, go get it, man. It's like go after him, go right back at him,
Right.
and like we just build it from there. And even like playing against, Bill, that he was like a stone cold athlete, man. I never knew
Mm-hmm.
what this dude did until like I actually looked at the resume. This dude did swimming, this did football, basketball, baseball, like
Mm-hmm.
whatever sport that was out there, he played it and mastered it.
Yep. Yep. Great,
And
great,
yeah,
great man.
oh yeah,
Great
definitely
brother.
great guy to talk to.
Great uncle,
Except
cousin,
when you're
whatever.
talking about the Cowboys.
Yeah, that's my guy. That was my guy. We used to, and it was bad. Shout out to everybody that's watching, that's already been locked in with us. If you on here, you on YouTube or whatever, say something so I can shout you out. We appreciate you. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification button. We appreciate it greatly. But yeah, man, like me and Bill, we would have conversations, and most of the time I would see Bill was because we was playing basketball or
Right.
crossing by periodically, but more than likely we was at the gym playing basketball, or he was reffing because he tried to get into reffing a little bit.
Right.
And we we would run into each other. We start talking, then we start talking about the Cowboys, and he'll be like, "Yo, why you say that? And this your team?" Because I'll be like, "Bill, man, let's be honest, man. We not gonna go 16-0 every year, so we gotta be realistic." Bill was the ultimate fan, just like I am, but I was more realistic. Bill would just run with. No,
Super Bowl.
like Super Bowl. Everything is Super Bowl.
Every year.
Every
Super
year
Bowls
is a Super
year.
Bowl.
Like,
Yeah, right, exactly.
like Bill, you
Big
do
shout
know
out,
that
Mike.
you have
Shout out
like,
Dean Smith. Appreciate you locking in with us
I used to
today.
tell Bill used to call me a hater.
Tiny
He used to call me
nuts.
all types of haters. Like,
Right.
like, yeah, okay, like you being a hater. I'm like, Bill, you do know that you had the draft pick right after us. We were like number 1. So I don't know where your team is going this year. Your team might be going right back to
Right.
the draft.
Right, man.
You know?
But Bill was the ultimate class act, man. Like I said, it's a loss to us that actually had an opportunity to be part of his life. You know what I mean? Whether it's passing or just when he seen you, you had a conversation.
Oh,
It's very seldomly that he just let you walk off, especially if he ain't seen you in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And like you said, I found out through Facebook, and I called you. Like, yo,
Right.
okay, like it was like just last week we was just on Facebook cracking at each other and stuff, and
yeah, absolutely.
and it came up so suddenly, and our condolences from in the basement with Next Step and K go out to him and his family. Like I said, his words can't express, because we had to really enjoy the time that we have here, and you never know when is your time. Everybody has a time, you know what I mean, and not to get into no biblical things or anything like that, but we all have limited time here. You know what I'm saying, and we never know who may go next. You know what I'm saying, so enjoy your time here, but enjoy the people that are around you as well. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we hit the fences, and I'm hard.
Yes.
Me personally, I'm one of those people. I say it right now, but it's hard for me to do the same thing that I may say, because it's when you do something to me, it's just like I'm done.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to try to attempt to mend those fences if it ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? But then it depends on the person as well that you had this issue with. But condolences to him, his family. Bill, we love you. Always will. You always be in our hearts. We appreciated the time you have given us. But you would never be forgotten.
Never.
And that's from me, myself, mainly. Kay, you can speak.
Oh yeah, most definitely. I mean, like just knowing Bill over the years, man. Like, just playing ball with him, playing ball against him. What up, Kyle? Backstage Colleges podcast. What up?
Yeah, what up, Kyle? What up, bro?
Just like speaking with them, even like during like, because sometimes you get to know a person, you know how they are like after the game. You know, because we might, you know, after let's say we might beat a good team or something like that. We beat a good team, and it's like, all right, bet. You know, we like, yo, you know, the small talk starts to happen. Hey, Kay, what you do? Where you live at? This and that, da 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 da. And then it just turns to a bigger conversation. Hey, what are you doing tomorrow? You want to get here tomorrow early before they start the 3-on-3 runs, and then, you know, we'll work out and stuff like that. All right, cool, bet. You know, I'm on the way. And then it just turned to a bigger conversation. Hey, what are you doing on the weekend? Like, you know, me and my homies, we're having, you know, something. And then it's funny because the homies, the friends and people that he knows, we know. You know, from like West Oak Lane, Mount Airy, you know, it's like, you know, and stuff like that. And it just, you know, goes into it. Because I never knew that, you know, Bill lived literally across the driveway from Ron. And then I was just like, oh snap! Then I remember I haven't seen Bill in a while, and then I was like, you know, and I heard the voice. I was like, that sounds like Bill. And then Ron was like, how do you know Bill? How do you know old head Bill? And then I was like, well, bring him to me. And he was like, oh Kay, oh snap, this is Kay, this and that. And then you know, it's just, you know, and it just turned from there. But like just going different places with him, stuff like that, just having a good time, just kicking it. You know, maybe going to a bar, getting cheesesteaks, whatever the case may be, man. Like it was just nothing but jokes, nothing but fun. You know, ragging on each other and stuff like that. And man, I'm definitely gonna miss it. You know, because let me see, last time I saw him was like in LA Fitness, and we didn't get a chance. I was like, well, you should come up here and ball with me and Jimmy, man. Like, you know, do some drills with us and stuff like that. You know, just stay in shape and stuff. It's like, all right, whatever, you know, and, you know, that was it pretty much after that. I didn't really see him that much. I see him from time to time, but then, you know, I'll just say, hey, what's up, and everything like that. So, but yeah, definitely some of my condolences to, you know, the Harris family. If you go on Facebook, Larry, I believe they have like the service information on there too. If anybody's interested in coming in, coming to the service and stuff like that. So yeah, so if you can come, please come. We would definitely love this, you know, your support just to go there and reminisce. Because I know, guess what? It might be a sad occasion, but Bill's looking down on us, and he would love it. Like just seeing everybody and all the support and everything that. So, so definitely, we're definitely going to honor him tomorrow.
Yeah. So, with that being said, you know, it hurts. It hurts. It definitely hurts. You know, but no more pain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's hard to mourn a loss, and you always want to stay positive in that aspect. But you know, sudden losses, like when you expect something to happen with someone like health issues or anything like that, it's kind of easier to roll with. You know what I mean? But when the shockers is what hurts more when you're close to, you know, real cool or close to someone. But yeah, condolences to the Harris family. Bill, we gonna miss you, but you will never be forgotten as well. Cowboys for life. You know how we do. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
You know what I'm saying?
I like
the Stars for life.
I'm gonna let you slide with that one.
The Stars for life, bro. But I thank you for your time of me being cool and close and joking and you tackling me and all that stuff, like always being Debo. But yeah, most definitely, man. Bill used to try to kill me, man. Every
Yeah,
time.
man. Like,
What's up? Like, oh, like I'm
Yeah.
like, yo, Bill,
Yeah,
just
with the handshake.
like,
What's up,
yo.
KC?
I'm like, yo, all right, Bill. Hi,
I'm a
Bill.
big dude. Yeah.
Hi, Bill. Oh man, but congratulations on your life, most definitely, because you impacted a lot of people.
Definitely did.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely did. It had some more impacting to do.
Yes, and your legacy will live forever.
Oh yeah,
Bro.
yeah. I got a couple people. I got a couple of my homeboys. Just getting up early in the morning, just launching jump shots. Like, hey, I just launched like 100 and something jump shots. In honor of Bill. And not only that, I was able to keep doing that because the more you do it, you're going to get back in shape like that. You get back in shape, and now you're going to be feeling better. God forbid, when we start living longer too.
Right. But shout out to my bro Ant. Yo, Ant, tell mom I said happy birthday. He's in South Carolina with his wife. Hopefully we leave her down there when he come back. Shanae. But Shanae, listen, sis, I love you. You know I always pick with you. Every time when I post that we about to go live, Shanae is the first person to like the post. Every time when I post on Facebook that we going live at 1, whatever the case may be, Shanae is guaranteed the first person to like the post. Whether she watches it or not, it doesn't even matter. But I can guarantee as soon as I post it, she's the first person to say like the post. So says I love you, we love you, your nieces and sister love you and everything like that. But Aunt, you gotta leave her down south with mom and them for a little bit, whatever. But Aunt ready to start talking that basketball stuff with the Boston and 6, and now he's saying it's in the prenup. for sure, bro. You know it. But on to next. What you want to go with? You want to talk the NBA past games?
Yeah, I mean we can get into what just happened this weekend.
We can get into the 90s versus 2000s. I think we probably leave that for the last bit of the show because that could be kind of, tricky depending on who's on here. We might bring you on and let you talk. Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying?
All we need is your email. Just give me your email.
Gideon said I got Celtics in 6, but they need to pound the paint and not shoot too many threes. The problem is that's what they do though. You know what I'm saying? That's what they do. But Gideon, we about to get into that. So stay with us. So how you want to roll with it, Kay? What you want to do?
I roll, yeah. You can go ahead and quarterback this thing.
Oh, go ahead. You got it, bro. I was leading. Usually I let you lead, and last couple of weeks I've been rolling. So I'm just going to
That's why
let you rock.
Listen, if it ain't broke, don't break it.
Don't fix it. That's what you meant to say.
My saying is, if it ain't broke, don't break it.
What? Yeah.
See?
Exactly.
Yeah,
Here we go. He
about
to get the muted. He about to get the mute button already.
Let's get it. I'm ready.
He is in violation. He said, if you don't break
it. You know what? Because that's what I was telling the guys. That's what I was telling the guys today. We were playing ball today. That's what I was telling the guys. Like, listen, guys.
You went today.
Keep rolling.
You went today.
Yeah. I went this week, last week. Played great as usual. Like I said, like sometimes I just need to be pushed.
Oh, but, really? You sure?
Yes.
You want to be pushed, Mr. Nice Guy?
Yes, because because they were talking like, oh yeah, Casey's not competitive. I'm never going to play with Casey on my team ever again. Okay, cool.
You said that? Yeah. Oh my gosh, Kyle, did you hear what he just said? Mm-hmm. Kyle, did you hear what he just said? Slapnuts got something to say. Please.
Well, I'm not. I won't mention.
Mike said, please don't mention the Clippers at any time during this segment. I said the word. I said the team name because I read it.
I try not to.
He'll try not to.
I try not to, but it might be like Pee Wee's Playhouse if I say that word.
Oh,
like,
Pee Wee's Playhouse.
Yeah,
you gonna get muted. You gonna get muted.
I'm gonna get muted. You ain't watch that show on Saturday mornings?
No, I wasn't a fan of Pee Wee.
No. Separate the man from the art.
Yeah, we watch Pee Wee's Playhouse. Everybody watch Pee Wee's
Playhouse. You should mute yourself on that. Don't do that.
You got it. All right, I got you. I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna mute myself. No. You gotta mute yourself. You're good. Let me know when I can come back.
You can come back now.
All right, I'm back.
So you probably didn't mute yourself. So.
I did. Look.
All right, come on back. Come on back.
Yeah.
Back.
So we're gonna be taking calls as well today if y'all want to call in or whatever that case may be once we start getting into these topics. So okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So back to the story, right? So so I get to the gym. So I'm kind of thinking like, all right, well, I don't know if I really want to play today. I'm kind of chilling. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go there. This happened. This is last Friday. It's gonna be last Friday. So last Friday I go in, boom. The guys are making the teams up. Oh, Casey, your dark team, such and such dark team, such and such dark team. He will remain. I'm not going to put him out there. He will remain nameless. Such and such. You're on the dark team with K, and he just got mad. He looked up like, "Yo, put me on another team. I don't want to play with Bull because he ain't going to play. He's going to be playing. He's going to be playing like daisical. He'll be letting dudes score and stuff like that. I was playing with him. So I'm like, what? I was like, Dad. I was like, Dad, yo, like you don't want to. So I was like, Dad, you don't want to play with me now? Is that what it is? And I just looked at him. I was like, I started muttering to myself like motivation. I was like, all right, I'm gonna let y'all know now.
So what song were you playing in your head what song came to mind for that motivation? Probably, somebody say something wrong, and you think of that song, be like, all right.
Probably what's his face? Probably that Mobb Deep song. Probably.
Can't go wrong with Mobb Deep.
Probably still shining. Probably still shining.
You can't go wrong. That's one of my favorite.
For all my, for all my niggas, civilized and civilized. Waiting across the way,
shoot your shot, K. Shoot your shot, K. You string right now. Okay, I hear you right there.
Shiesty, we shiesty New York.
Yeah.
Still shining. Okay. You get to still sticking with your hill sweater.
Yeah,
man. So,
oh, my Joe Button. Go.
So,
Joe Button. Shout out to Joe Button podcast.
So I come out, I'm coming out playing defense. This is when I know I'm in my groove because I start communicating, shouting out things. Yo, pick left, pick right. Yo, fade back. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Look at you.
So,
are you making this thing a little bit more than what you're doing? Right? I know you used to play like that. I ain't going to front. You was very vocal. You was very vocal back in the day.
You gotta, I'm hedging on screens. I'm pushing up screens so they get trapped and jammed up and stuff like that. Calling stuff out. Here comes the screens coming over. I'm gonna hedge it. If you come out, if he goes back, go back over. So, and I'm hitting shots, getting layups, stuff like that. Game only went to 7. I think I hit like maybe 4 out of 7. So
what?
Yeah,
you?
I lied to you not.
Jump shots?
I hit a baseline joint. I hit a joint at the elbow, and I hit like 2 layups. Listen, I'm not lying, man. I swear, I can't make this up. So,
I still want to say what, but I'm gonna let you ride. You know what I mean? Pause.
So I'm looking at the ball. So I'm looking at him like, yo, is that good? Is that good for you? Because I'm carrying the team right now.
Oh,
good.
Oh.
So K, that's the. He looked at, that's the K I want. That's the K that's the K I know. That's the real K that I know. I just looked at him like, man, go ahead, man.
Right.
I was like, because you ain't even want to play with me.
Right.
So,
right.
So I just had to let him know, man.
Daryl said, no footage, we don't believe.
I'm trying to tell you, man.
Daryl, I'm going to let him live right now. I'm going to let him live.
This is what really happened, man. I swear.
I'm going to let him live right now. He's having a moment. He's having a moment.
And you know why this is real? Because the second game I ran out of gas. But I proved my point.
You said the second game, not the third game. The second game.
Second game I ran out of gas because I was playing too much defense out
there. Oh god, you're too vocal. You hit a couple of shots. You hit that your turbo button. You had that Gatorade sign on 2K. He had the Gatorade sign, y'all.
Yeah. Now third game was cool. Third game was good. Thank you. I'm trying to tell you. I'm not going to be like, I was going to all 4 games. I was going hard all 4 games.
No, not like the old head was busting your ass.
No,
for numerous games.
He was there today. And I just looked at him too, like.
Oh, he was part of the meat class.
I was like, listen, I was like, yeah, I was like, no, I hope
He
you're not coming in here. I hope you're not coming in here to get some free
had
bucks.
Shaq say it.
Over.
Everybody was barbecue chicken. Everybody barbecue chicken right now.
No, what did he say today? He said, shout out to Les. Les said, he was like, you know, when I get my hands on the ball, nobody's ever going to get it back, so don't even bother reaching in here. I was like, oh, okay, Les. I don't want no parts of that. Yeah, get this.
Daryl said he was there and made you leave.
Oh no. He was no. I actually I made him leave because then it's like but I think he got tired and I got tired too. So, but shout out to the guys at GFS. Shout out to the guys at the run. But I had to let y'all know, man. I did dip back in the time machine one time. And,
time machine, right. Because it's been a few weeks and you ain't had none of those moments. A lot of those moments.
They're coming back though. They're starting to come back.
They are.
Now.
Okay. All right. Whatever you say. Yeah. But that's it for K's morning run. There ain't too many of those good days as you're gonna hear, but we're gonna let him live. Great day today, K, in the gym. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. But for that brother to actually say I'm not playing with him, K, that should strike a nerve bad. Like I would never.
Woke me up too. I was just like
that. Yeah, that tells you something. The podcast is real.
Yeah, gotcha.
Podcast is real.
Message received. Gotcha. Gotcha. I wanted to play. I was like, I wanted them to switch. I was like, and when I went over to him, I was like, for real, I really wanted you to switch. I was going. Oh,
you was talking. You was talking too.
Yeah, because after everything was over, I'm just like, yo, for real. I was like, I'm glad you actually did that. Because I was really gonna start looking for you, like, yo, switch.
Oh, you was about to stuff him.
Yeah, like I was also like, yo, don't give me that screen. Give me this screen. Give me that screen so I can get him. Not you.
Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yeah, and I'm sure, Larry. I'm sure you had days like this. Like no, seriously. No, I'm talking about like when dudes like they kind of underestimate you.
Oh yeah, like I had a whole lot of those days.
Like, and not even the fact that they don't want to play with you, but they're kind of like a little skeptical, like of what you can do. But when but then and you can hear it. It's kind of like an earshot too, because you can hear it through their emotions. You can hear it when they're talking to other people on their team.
Yeah,
such and such. Like, what's the squad? You're like, oh, it's me, Mike, Black, Smoke, Sean, and we got the little boy over there, the little dude, the short dude over there. The little short boy right there. So I don't know. You know what I mean? He's going to run the point for us.
Definitely had a lot of those days, especially when I was playing out of my area. You know what I'm saying? Going out of the area and going to different places, just going to running and stuff like that. But yeah, I definitely had those days. But after probably that first game, when I said I did what I did, maybe played a couple more, and then when I came back to the playground or whatever, everybody was like, "Yo, get your short ball. Get your
sneakers on. Get your sneakers on."
I'm good. I'm good. Yeah.
That's how you do it.
Yep. I'm good. Yeah, most definitely. I definitely had those days. And then
too excited. Y'all too excited. Calm down.
Yeah. We good. I'm good. I'm good on you, bro. Or I play lackadaisical. Like, boy, why you ain't playing like you was playing?
Stomach hurt. I got diarrhea.
Yeah, I'm just here. I'm just trying to get a sweat, bro. Don't even worry about it.
I'm about to go to the movies. I gotta, go to the store.
I ain't trying to get hurt.
Right.
All right. But
man. Yo, abs after that. What happens with that is they'll be like, oh yeah, like for real, like what league you playing? Such and such. Oh yeah, it's my man league. You know, like yo, you know, like you know, Deshaun and Mir now.
Yep.
Like, yeah, I mean, I think he plays for another team. I think we just beat them. Oh man, yo, they like the best team in the joint. For real, they are.
Yeah.
Are they?
Hey, barbecue chicken.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Cooked out there.
It is what it is. But yeah, so
yes, sir.
That's good morning review. You know what I'm saying? Of your morning finally having a good basketball.
Yeah,
finally.
Yeah, I was
you know what I'm saying? So
to come,
look at your applause. You know what I mean? Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen again no time soon.
Now that I had 2 good weeks. You know what that means? I'm going to go on a nice 6-game losing slide.
Yes. Les went home with some animosity. He probably in the crib doing sit-ups right now and everything. But yeah, so What's next up, brother?
You know what? Who's gonna stop Steph, yo? Let's get into
we
the-
right
the
into it.
finals.
We right into it.
Or who tried to stop Steph? Because now here's my question, yo. Have you ever had a situation where you had to actually tell a player, you know, on your team to stop talking to the other player on the opposing team? You know, because this dude is getting hot, and the more you're talking to him, like the more hype he's getting, the more hotter he's getting. He's like, you know, in this case, with this game, like Steph just went crazy from 4 to 3 points. You know, Golden State and Boston, Game 4. You know, they tied the series back up, which now it looks like it's probably going to end up going to 7 now, or 6. Golden State 107, Boston 97. Golden State leading scorer, led all scorers in that game. Stephen Curry, 43 points. Jesus. 10 rebounds. And he had the audacity. He had the audacity to get 10 rebounds on top of that, too. 10 rebounds, 4 assists. He was 14 for 26 field goals, 7 for 14 3 points, and 8 for 9 at the free throw at the line. Klay Thompson coming out to the 18.
Hold on.
Oh, talk to me. Go ahead.
I'm in the fucking zone. Would you relax?
Yo, Daryl, what's crazy is last week after the show was over, I got on the phone with Kay. I said, Kay, guess what? He like, whoa, what's up? I'm like, yo, you know that your phone, we didn't have no problems with your phone this episode. As soon as I said that, Daryl, his phone started glitching and it went out while at the end of the show, and then he came back in like, "Yo, I'm back, my bad." I'm sitting there like, "Yo, you was 100% today. Like we have no technical issues." Daryl, that's funny that you said that because that's definitely what I said to him last week. Like, yo, you know that you ain't had no technical issues this week.
Like we rolling.
You rolled last week. Yeah. That's good. That's a good one, Daryl. That was a great one. That was a great one.
Thank you for pointing that out. I appreciate you on that one.
R2D2 in here.
Oh, Curry's taking over.
R2D2 in here. You know he's a Golden State fan. All of a sudden, now he wants to start talking. We ain't heard from him in the whole series. They tied it up. Curry went off. Now he comes back. Welcome back, Lee. Welcome back, Cuzzo.
What up, yo?
Welcome back. You know what I'm saying? R2D2, welcome back, man. It's funny to hear. It's funny to see that you popped on today. So yeah. Anything you want to say about this series right now? Why we got your attention? Because you know you out of town and enjoying a little vacay or whatever the case may be.
Safe travels, my G. Safe travels.
You know what I'm saying? Him and the wifey.
Let me see. Thompson had 18, 2, and 1. 7 for 17 from the field. 4 for 10 3-point field goals. That's about right. Wiggins had a good game too. He was actually he was probably one of the reasons why they won because
Silent assassin.
Yeah. Wiggins had 17 points, 16 rebounds, 2 assists, 7 for 17 again from the field, 2 for 6 for 3-point range, and 1 for 2 from the line. Looney also had a pretty good game. 6 points, 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 for 4 from the field. Of course, I'm not expecting to do anything else, but hit the glass and stuff like that. Draymond Green had a triple single. He had like 2, 8, and 9 or something like that. So
it's like we coming accustomed to those numbers. Like when Steph was out and Charles Barkley came at him like about the triple single and created that triple single stat. And Charles was clowning him back when him and Dre was having a little back and forth. And it's like we coming accustomed to seeing that. So now
but he can't say that he's like in Rodman territory and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm a better rebounder than Rodman. Stop that.
You're not the best defender.
No.
Nobody was Dennis Rodman, yo.
Yeah, I mean, and Rodman was
Dennis Rodman was guarding 1 through 15.
He might even.
And that's not back then. It was only a 13-man roster. Yeah. So we gonna say a 1 through 20 because if you want to add the coaches, Dennis could guard anybody. We can go through the facility if you want to do 20,000. Like he was guarding.
He will.
Concession stands, everything. Like there's no comparison to that, man.
Especially for that Chuck Daly team. Like Chuck Daly, they say.
Rest in peace, Chuck. Rest in peace, Chuck. You know what I'm saying?
Chuck Daly had them running through walls. Like, listen, and Rodman was going to be the first one to run through that wall. You know, and yeah. So sorry, Dre. You know, even sometimes from time to time, like,
I respect you, Dre, but you know, I think you're going to be more of an emotional aspect of this championship than it is play.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. You're going to have to be the emotional person, like you usually be, but we can't expect you to have 10, 10, and 10. It's no longer there, and like you're not even taking the shots you used to take before. Especially at top of the key, you used to take that jump shot all the time, no matter if you made or missed it. Now you're not even looking at it. Periodically, you take one, but you're not even looking at it. I think you need to look at some of the older tapes and see the shots that he was taking. Whether he missed them or made them, he's still shooting them. But
like when they
being as though you're not getting the ball in the post and nothing like that, and everything's all transition with you, you need to find another way to affect the game.
And even
offensively.
Even then, when they were like, he was complaining like, "Yo, you utilizing me and this and that." Oh man, just set a screen and get open, like you were doing before.
R2D2 said Curry's getting that ring. Boston can't stop it. Boston can't stop Curry, but I can't. It takes more.
Yeah,
it takes a little. Everybody was saying, Curry need to get 40. You know how with
sorry, Dre.
I gotta. You know how when what's the fight Mayweather had when Sugar Shane Mosley, when Sugar Shane rocked Mayweather in that round, and then when Sugar Shane went back to his corner, and his team was like, "You done woke up the beast. Now be prepared."
Yes.
And then Mayweather just came out and just tore Shane ass apart after that. That's what they did with Steph, and Steph is claiming. He's claiming. He's definitely claiming. He's definitely playing.
You know what that was? That was reminiscent of that. Those Knicks.
Daryl said Drake fucked up a ticket.
He probably messed up
everybody's ticket. So now everybody gonna be aiming low, and he gonna get something. He gonna get double digits in two categories. He gonna have a double. Yeah, he gonna have a double. Like yep, exactly.
Yeah, like you said, like you were talking about Draymond Green's the greatest defender to claim that he's the greatest defender. That's absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Yo, bro, that was a good one. That was a good one. That definitely was a good one.
Absolutely right.
We got Commons rolling right now. Commons is rolling in. Draymond's due for a 15-point game. I say the same thing.
Yes.
Lee, I agree with you. Draymond is due a 15-point game. But that 15 is going to come, he's going to have less rebounds, less assists. You know what I mean? He's going to be less efficient in those other categories when he was possibly could be 8 and 8.
Yeah,
along with
for you.
15.
That poses the question for me. How do you think he's going to get those 15 points? Do you think it's just going to be, I think it's going to be attacking the glass. That's going to be more like putbacks, maybe?
I think personally, he's going to see that he's going to have to take those open shots.
Okay.
And he's gonna knock down one or two of them.
Okay.
So after you get those two, you get that two. You get you may have 5 or 6 out of that. Let's just say that because he used to make that top of the key 3-pointer periodically. Emotional, whatever. He get the game going. He make one, and he start rolling. So now he's gonna fake that backdoor cut thing and get to the basket and get a couple easy buckets. So I'm looking at, like Lee said, a good 15-point game. Eventually, it could be next game because he's seeing himself, and with this podcast thing, which is another topic, he's seeing that he's actually not being effective in all aspects of the game. Really, his less effectiveness in it. So,
because I think all it takes, for Draymond is to get to the line, get a couple.
Most definitely, Daryl. Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because you get a player like that, you get him to the line, boom. You see a couple shots go through, boom. Now you got.
And he's not a great free throw shooter, but at the same token, it still opens up a lot more for him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, maybe offensive rebound here and there, maybe cause a little chaos.
Yep.
Cause a turnover.
A little putback when you fight and he get a putback on it. He thought he got fouled and he exactly. You know what I'm saying? A little transition, a couple transition when he faking a pass and may get a layup or something like that.
I see that happen. I see that happen in transition. I see Draymond getting like a hard putback, up fakes, putback, and the crowd goes crazy. He's running back. A steal happens.
He's back in transition again. Yeah.
And he lays the ball up in the and one. Tweet and one. Now he's like this. Height. He converts the free throw. Boom.
Yes, sir.
I was like, that's what? 1, 2, 3. So that's 3, 2 twos.
That's like 9, 10 points right there.
Yeah, right there. So,
So you only asked him to get 7 points a half.
That's all you need.
That's all you need from him. 7 points a half.
That's all you need. I don't know why people. You know what? I don't know why people used to do that a lot. Like people say, "Yo, I don't know how Jordan's scoring all these points like that, man." Because he's like, no, he'll 8 this quarter, 8 another quarter,
just separate
another quarter.
That's
8 another quarter. 8 times 4 is 32.
It can't be. I mean, not to say it can't be hard because I never played in the NBA or anything like that.
But I'm never gonna say that.
If you put yourself in position to say, "Listen, I'm a point guard, and all they want me to get is like 8 to 12 points." I can get a layup a quarter, get to the line. I mean,
listen, that's the
That's
best.
10 points. I can average 10 points a game for my whole career. I'm fine with that.
That's the best team to play for, Larry. Like I'm sure you played on teams that you already got your high scores. You got you got that.
I'm conducting the ship. I'm just
4 baskets.
Just give me 4 baskets. 4 baskets and do what you do. Control the game.
I remember my man Noah was
score when you need to. When you got mismatches, take advantage of them. That's what everybody used to tell me. We know you can score, but you playing with Mel, you playing with Gerald, you playing with Keith, you playing with all these players that can, score. You
can put the ball in the
do what you do. Control the game. Set everybody up. You'll get your baskets because it ain't like you can't score.
Right.
It was just that you're not needed to score.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? So
that's one of the most dangerous ones right there.
Yeah. So it was like, oh, Larry got mismatched. Let him get busy. Now I'm not gonna get that mismatch more. Now I can go back to Gerald, go back to Mel, go back to Keith, and get setting them up. Yeah, like
here you go.
I get transition layup every now and then. Well, I'm good.
Yeah, those little get 30. I used to hate those little transition layups used to get on us. I'm like, what? Yo, somebody use basket hanging, man. Somebody go back there and get that. No, I'm saying we gotta crash the boards. No, because we crash the boards. Nobody's back there. You got
right.
They're gonna throw that joint up in the air somewhere.
Bro said,
never mind.
Right. Rodman was guarding cats that dribbled with their back to the basket during Durant would get 70 against Rodman.
You think so?
No, bro. I can't. I would never agree with that. Rodman harassed everyone.
And he's quick.
And he was quick. Exactly. Athletic, quick. Like yeah, he had cadence. Rodman was the person, he actually studied defending. You see what I'm saying?
Speak on it.
He studied defending. He studied how the ball comes off the rim when people shoot. He did things that nobody in the NBA would ever say they do until he probably said it. Because if he wouldn't have did an interview and said he wouldn't even do shoot arounds. He would just watch everybody shoot the ball, watch the rotation on the ball, and see how they miss.
Yep.
That's deep, man.
Yeah.
That's some deep stuff. Rodman could guard any and everybody, and he was physical. It wasn't like he was just quick and could beat you to a spot. Rodman was physical, as Karl Malone.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't, and crazy part, he wasn't a hack either. He wasn't like out there hacking you. He was out there.
Not at all. He using that muscle, putting that body on you. Give you a little couple bumps.
Jam you up. And then it's like also too, it's like, I'm going to go back in the time machine. Like, the drill that we used to do, right? Like, I know especially for guards used to do this too. Like when you jam up your player and stuff like that, and they hold the ball, but you're supposed to have your hands.
Yeah, supposed to have happy hands, happy hands. Yeah, happy hands, happy feet. Yeah,
happy feet. And wherever he tries to pivot,
you just slide right.
Just it looks like it's like I seen plays with Rodman when he would jam somebody up and they would be stopped dead in the water, it looked like there's like two of them out there.
Mm-hmm.
Like just
because he had length.
Mm-hmm.
He had length. He had a whole lot of length, man.
Mm.
Daryl said, Lee, if Draymond get 15 in the series, the series is over because it's going to take 40 shots. That was fun. That was a good one, Daryl. That was a good one. But if Draymond put up 40 shots, the whole bench and everybody's been in that game.
Yeah.
And Steph and them is hurt. Ain't no way hell Draymond getting 40 shots. I don't think he's right.
Be arguing on the bench with him.
No, motherfucker, Steve Kerr gonna be on the court with him. Draymond Draymond get 40 shots off. That's crazy.
Last time I seen Draymond get 40 shots was in Michigan State. Last time I seen Draymond get even over 20 shots. For real.
Oh,
like
I never seen Draymond get that many shots. Many shots.
In college, yeah. I'm like, that was when he was like a senior or something like that. Like, oh, all right, you're player of the year, so go ahead. Let it fly.
At least it will result in a win. I think that post they will. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you talk about his 15 points, yeah, if he get 15 points, they winning. That mean they landsliding.
Now everything. If he's putting up 40 shots. That means
no, if he put up 40,
game. That's the closeout game, and that's it.
You chalk that up. Bye.
The Boston Parade is coming.
Right. Daryl said if he gets 15, only if Looney is playing under the basket because he gets dumbass fouls when the big in the game. Oh.
He's only big in the game.
Yeah.
When they play, you mean small ball?
Small ball. Yeah.
He's playing that small ball. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
let me go over Boston stats before we get more into it.
Okay.
Now for Boston, Tatum had a fairly good game: 23 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists, 3 blocks, and a steal. So he's stuff in the stat sheet. Jaylen Brown had 21 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. He was 9 for 19 from the field, 2 for 6 for 3-point, 1 for 2 from the line. Marcus Smart had a pretty good game as well. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, 7 for 8 from the field. 3 for 9 from the 3-point range, and also he was 1 for 1 from the line. Williams III, good rebounding game. Of course, this is what I expect from him. 7 points, 12 rebounds, 4 assists, 3 for 3 from the field, and 1 for 2 from the line. Derek White came off the bench with 16, 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal, 4 for 12 from the field. 3 for 5 from 3-point range and 5 for 5 from the line. So he's perfect. Walk me through Curry's 43 points, because that was reminiscent of, it looked like something off of like the Knicks versus Indiana, because from when I was watching the game, it looked like Curry was having a couple conversations with some fans too, and the fans were saying some stuff like, "Yo, you ain't got it, you're terrible, blah 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 blah." And Curry was like, "Yo, just shut up, because you don't want this to get out of control, because it will get out of control."
Yeah.
And then he started hitting shots, and then he started looking for people.
Okay. I think we spoke too soon. You starting to get digitized.
Oh, okay.
You good? You good right now? You good right now? But just a second ago, you was R2D2 in it. You starting to sound like you starting to sound like Lee. You good right now?
Okay.
Shout out to SB in the building.
Yeah.
SB, what up? Let me know if you want to get on, bro. Let me know if you want to get on. But yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but
no, you could. It was just like when he was dropping that 43 points and stuff like that, and the 10 and the 10 rebounds, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Like it looked like he wasn't even like playing. It looked like he was just talking to the fans and telling them to shut up.
Yo, listen, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, yo. I was watching the game and I seen what was going on in the part when he was hot. Kerr took him out.
Okay.
Boston made a run.
Mm-hmm.
When it was like 97, 98, and they were going back and forth with that.
Okay.
I fell asleep. I missed the end of the game, and I was pissed because when I woke up, it was like 2:00. And so now I'm on my phone going up to my bedroom because I'm in the basement. I'm looking to see who won the game, and I see who won the game. But that whole game, when I say that the guy is remarkable, man. I'm just put it that, like, as much as some of the antics that he does, it can be irritating. I would like to see Steph Curry win an MVP.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of the Golden State winning the finals, but I want to see Steph win it just so that he can solidify himself with the MVP, because that's what a lot of people is holding against him with the Kevin Durant thing, and then the Iguodala winning it over him and stuff. I just it's very few people that as soon as they touch the ball and they look like they about to shoot, you just put your head down. Literally, like very few people. Shout out to
who were your few? Who were your people in that group?
Like I was Philly basketball players. Like I watched my old heads play all the time. Right. One of my OGs, Daryl Oliver. Big shout out to Daryl Oliver.
Shout out to Daryl.
Daryl was a finesse player and would hit you with this turnaround, back you down, turn around. Is it Shinholster? Not Shinholster. Who would play with Shinholster? No. Derek Shinholster. His mom used to come to the shop and get her hair cut. Dang, I can't think of his name. Why his name not Parham? Joe Parham.
Okay. Oh, Joe. Yeah. Okay.
Joe.
Okay. That sounds familiar. Okay.
Joe Parham. Big shout out to Joe Parham.
Shout out
Miss
to Joe.
Parham, may you rest in peace. But Joe, oh my gosh, Joe Parham and then it was like effortless when I seen him shoot the basketball. Daryl Oliver, Joe Parham. Locally, I'm trying to think like.
Nah, you could do local. You could do high school. You could do high school, pro. I mean,
college.
You know,
Curry, Dell, when he shot the ball, was like,
oh yeah, he was especially for Toronto. I mean, I love them.
Charlotte.
I love them on Charlotte because that 4-man lineup that they had. You know, what was it? It was Bogues. Bogues was the point. I think Curry was the 2.
Morning was down low. Kendall Gill was the 3, and
Kendall Gill was a beast.
And what you call? Was it David? No, it was LJ. Because I was about to say David Wesley, or what's the other guy that
sometimes they would have what's his face?
Wesley or Wesley. Because Wes is the one that died in a car accident.
No, that was Bobby Phills.
Bobby Phills. I'm sorry, Bobby Phills. Rest in peace of Bobby Phills. Bobby Phills, and they had Wesley also. That team was deep.
Yeah, that team was super stacked, Like, but they had shooters. They had
Kendall Gill. Yeah,
Kendall was he was a hell of a
athlete.
Guard,
Yeah, he used to get buckets at a mug, Like he used to get buckets in defending. You talking about 3 and D?
I remember that series. They played against New York. It was him and Starks, and he was killing Starks, man. He was killing Starks. Like they had to get him off of him. Like, get off of him, because you're not doing any good on this dude over here.
Right. Listen, if y'all in here, if you like, subscribe, hit the notification buttons. If you in here and you ain't said nothing in the chat, hit that chat up so we can shout you out. SB, we want to talk about this 90s and 2000s thing. If you want to jump on, let us know. We're gonna have if Doc is available, have his little the Doc report with Kyle Osborne, Dr. Kyle. If he has anything he want to say today on any subject dealing with mental health or anything like that as well. But if y'all think y'all want to jump on, let's have it. What I mean? We definitely gonna have some dialogue.
For all my cats out here who played in the 90s like us.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean,
if you think you got to say so.
Those for 2000. I like 2000. 2000 was good.
Yeah.
But
if you think you got to say so.
90s had better heavy hitters than me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if you think you got a fish in the tank, let us know. We get you on here, man. You know what I'm saying?
Now, was there
We gonna-
anybody
throwing you
that
deep in the
Larry-
ocean. We got some people watching right now. Make sure that y'all say something in the chat so that we can get you on here, man. Like let's go. If we're gonna have fun, we can have a little fun today. You know what I'm saying, man? That's what you wanted to hear. That's what you wanted to hear. SB, that's what you wanted to hear.
What?
Yeah, let's
up.
go. SB,
up,
what's
get
up?
up
What
with
you trying to do? What you trying to do, SB? You a email away.
He calling you. He calling you, SB. You gotta
Calling
do
you
something.
out, man.
Get him off of you, SB.
But
So Larry, was there anybody in college
Uh-oh.
that you knew? He said send the link.
Randolph Childress.
Ooh, the ultimate green light.
Yes.
I don't even think he had a green light. I think he had a fluorescent light.
Oh, his light was as soon as he came in the gym in the building.
Yeah, listen, I'll never forget that 95 ACC tournament, man, when he
Oh.
just said, listen, give me the rock and just get out the way.
Get out the way.
I'm shooting everything. He even told Tim Duncan that. Tim Duncan's like, what are you here for? Like, you better go down and get this rebound or something. Like
Yep.
that.
Yes, sir.
And, then of course he had that magnificent game against North Carolina where, the crossover, and he told Jeff McGinnis to get up and he shot the ball.
Gave him the look like.
Yeah, look, you gonna get up.
Shrug the shoulders. Let it fly. Let it fly, yo.
Dang, man, I wonder why he didn't pan out in the league and stuff like that. I think maybe he
His size, and I think he got injured.
Yeah, I think he was kind of short too. Not short.
Yeah,
but
he was
short by NBA standards,
For the position, for what he was playing, he wasn't going to be no pure one.
Did they put him at the point?
He was going to be a one, but he's a two guard. But he's been playing one, and his adjustment to changing
that's
positions wasn't going to be good.
I've only seen two.
Very few people that can do it, and then
one and stuff like that. Yeah,
and then he was a '90s player, so it wasn't like to the 2000s where they transitioned those small guards to playing multiple positions.
Right.
He couldn't adjust to that. You know what I'm saying? So it's sent, yo. It's sent, SB. It's been sent to you, bro. But yeah, man. Anybody else want to jump on? Holla at us.
Yeah, come on through.
Holla at us.
Send the link to your email, man.
Send the link to you. You know what I'm saying?
Jump on it.
You got something to say?
Just in case you want to phone in or text, in the basement, 302-844-8275. On Instagram.
That's it.
It's _the_basement on Facebook, in the basement with Next Step, and also on YouTube. If you're watching right now, in the basement with Next Step.
Yes,
just
sir.
that easy. Come on through.
It's just that easy. It's just that easy. Come on through, brother.
Now, was Reg one of those guys to you?
Reggie?
As soon as he gets the ball, like, oh my God, like somebody get on him, please.
You know what? Let's say it's hard to say that he wasn't. It's definitely hard to say that he wasn't. SB, your email is the Kofa Sports Inc., right? Your email is Kofa Sports Inc.
He said send it again.
Yeah, that's what I just. But Reggie was one of those players that. Yeah, let's just say no. It's not.
Was mine.
Oh shit! What is it? I'm trying to find the one that I sent it to last time.
Yeah, I mean, Jamal Mashburn was mine, college and pro. Like when he got the ball, like I knew that Jones was going in. Like, oh,
Jamal Mashburn.
Whoa! Like as soon as he caught the ball, it's going in. Like Jesus.
Give me a second.
Yeah. Take your time.
No, go ahead. Keep shooting.
I'm sorry. Yeah, like Jamal Mashburn, Christian Laettner was another one in college.
Christian was. I can't say that when he was letting it fly that I was like guaranteed to go in type.
It was because many times that he broke Maryland's heart. Like Jesus, like please do not let him catch the ball. Seriously, man. I mean, would you put Larry Bird up there?
As we talk sports. Oh, Larry Bird, yeah, definitely.
Especially the battles that Detroit and Boston had.
Yeah.
I mean, and just like for him catching the ball in the wing, catching the ball in transition, catching the ball at the top of the key, catching the ball on the baseline of that short corner of his, and then he gets to talking too. It's like, listen, I'm going to walk you up here, then I'm going to push you back, and I'm going to catch the ball, and I'm going to turn and fire.
Yep. Yeah. Most definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Oh, all right. I got it. My bad, SB. I sent that link to somebody else. I don't know who the hell I sent that to. I just sent it. But yeah, Larry Bird was definitely one. Mm-hmm. You know who was kind of was almost like a dead eye shooter that I just be like. Shit. I just lost my train of thought.
Was he college or pro?
Tim Legler was damn near there.
I was just about to say that.
Tim was vicious whenever he got a shot. And almost Rex Chapman was there. Rex Chapman was there with that athleticism, how high he used to get off the ground.
I think with legs, but close with legs.
Yeah, that was a little, yeah. Yeah.
Did he just go between his legs and go around his back and then pull up?
Yep, yeah. And it would be spot, pop, pop, and just stop. Oh. Dejan, what's up, Dejan? We appreciate you locking in with us. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification button, man. Appreciate you locking in with us.
We played against. I remember we played against Tim Legler like in this Horsham League and stuff like that. And
yeah, I played it with Tim. We actually beat them in the championship.
Get out of here!
Yeah, that's when we was playing with Signatel Drug. When me and Marty was working at the
Signatel. Shout out to Signatel.
We played in that league.
We played for Fleet. I think we played for Fleet.
Yeah. It was me, Marty. We had Derek Gathers, Hank brother.
Hey.
I forgot who else was on the team, but me and Derek led the team in scoring, and we beat Legs in them in the championship. I remember that vividly because they started to double team me because I was quicker than they had this boy. I forgot who his name was, who played with Legs. This boy can shoot his ass off. When I say shoot his ass off, like a threat. I forgot he played. I think he played for Notre Dame or something like that.
Oh, really?
And Legs had him on his team. Yeah. When I say this boy was lighting us up, but they couldn't stay in front of me, so I was just getting to the basket, dishing off to my man Kenny, my man Wayne. Yeah, Wayne was on that team. But when I say we won by like 6, I probably had like 20. I probably had like 28. Derek Gathers probably had like 20. Wayne probably had like 16. We beat who we beat in the semis? Derek Darby and his crew.
Darb.
We beat Darb. Yeah, shout out to Darb. Darb live out here in Delaware. Yo, I ain't seen him in so long.
Shout out to Darby. Darb's another one.
Derek was
with that jumper, yo. And I was like, and people was like, yo, he ain't gonna make that jump. Yes, he is.
Derek,
yes, he is gonna make.
Hey, you know who else? Bob of Finley. Fat Bob, yeah, Bob.
Yeah, Big Bob. Mm-hmm.
That's Bizzle.
What's good?
Yo, everybody, I want y'all. Our guy SB Talk Sports is in the building from the Shy.
Salute, man.
You know what I'm saying? SB from the Shizai. He's in the building, man. Bro. What's going on, man?
At work, man. Working.
Keeping
buttons, getting easy money. That's it.
I hear you. I hear you, man.
The studios of Chicago, man. Y'all still believe that the 90s what it is, man?
Oh, man. Listen. I'm just saying. Oh, man.
I don't want to be the one to do that as the Bulls fan, but, you know.
I mean, you're a fan of a lot of teams.
I'm not a fan of a lot of teams. We're not gonna start it.
You gonna start viewing them already, man?
Listen.
I'm not taking no slander from
somebody
who
he came to the show in all black. All right.
I'm ready.
You ready for war?
Ready for war, man.
You ready for war?
He's ready. He's ready.
So-
I can't take no slander for somebody who enjoy watching Pistons basketball, man.
Oh, shut.
Oh.
I can't do it. I can't.
Yeah, I know. At least I got a team in general.
I got a team.
Yeah, I know. Everybody that got a logo. The fuck?
No. The team that the only reason why you vouching for the '90s, the Bulls, a better franchise than the Pistons.
Okay.
No,
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, you don't want to have that debate about which franchise better. I know you don't want to do that one either.
Oh,
I mean,
go ahead.
if you-
Listen,
if-
I'd love to hear this.
if
one.
you-
I'd
if-
love to hear this one, 'cause I'm having
Only
this conversation.
only reason you're gonna say that is Michael Jordan era. After Michael Jordan era, there's nothing.
After Isaiah, what y'all really had? What you gonna say that one little championship y'all won?
We won 2. I'm sorry. Don't disrespect us. We won back to back.
No, I
But
said
you-
after Isaiah. What happened? After Isaiah, what else y'all got?
No, we had Grant Hill for a moment. What you talking about?
He didn't win. That's guy I say I got Derrick Rose,
He didn't win.
but his numbers better than Grant Hill's.
He wasn't better than Grant Hill.
What,
Yes, he
rookie?
was. Yes, he was.
You said
Yes.
Derrick Rose is better than Grant
Derrick
Hill?
Rose, all Derrick Rose numbers and his accolades is better than Grant Hill. What has Grant Hill done?
You said
Don't do that.
Derrick Rose is a better player than Grant Hill?
If Grant Hill's in the Hall of Fame, Derrick Rose better make it. That's all I'm gonna say.
You said
If Grant
K.
I'm listening. Go ahead. I'm listening. Y'all go.
This boy just said that Derrick Rose is better than Grant Hill.
I didn't say that. I said I said if Grant Hill's in the Hall of Fame, Derrick Rose better make it.
Why?
Derrick Rose numbers is better,
He had 3 good seasons before he got hurt.
and his numbers is still better than Grant Hill's, and he only had 3 good seasons. Don't do it. Don't do it.
No.
Look, we not-
Impact
Don't make
player, all that. No. Derrick Rose had 3 years of basketball, solid basketball.
What's the highest seed Grant Hill ever led his team to?
Grant Hill, we was like 3rd the year that he kept playing in the playoffs.
Derrick
And-
Rose won the Eastern Conference multiple times. Was number 1 seed multiple times.
And they won nothing from that.
Just like Grant Hill didn't win nothing.
But you was claiming 1. What does 1 mean? You're better than everybody else, right?
No, I
It
just said,
don't?
I just said if Grant
1
Hill
doesn't mean you're better than everybody else.
no.
The number 1.
All I said was if Grant Hill made the Hall of Fame,
Okay.
Derrick Rose better make it. That's
What does the number 1 seed mean?
Number 1
You led
seed.
your-
You're the top
you
seed.
You led your team to the best record. As a
But
matter of fact, it
that don't
wasn't
mean that
Grant-
you're
it
better
wasn't
than everybody
Grant.
else.
Matter of fact, I'm looking at it wrong. No, Derrick Rose numbers was just as good as Tracy McGrady's. My fault. It wasn't Grant.
I'm glad that you looked it up because the internet is in that building.
But my whole point, but that's still not the
Your whole point. Now you want to change it.
Grant
Now you
Hill-
want to flip it. He want to flip the script.
No,
You hear him? He's about to get muted.
Go ahead.
Oh,
Talk.
you started already.
Talk. Get it. Talk.
We can't hear you.
Get it.
This boy, he got in here, start shooting his shot like immediately. Yo, we can't hear you.
That's a good conversation.
You got
I
a
like
news.
that,
You got a news. Yeah. Do something inside the studio, bro. That's me coming here talking this nonsense, yo. GH, dog. We talking about GH. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Triple
he
double.
was
Co-rookie of the year with Jason Kidd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's the. He was.
You want to let the boy? You want to let Dark Knight back in here?
Please.
Fuck.
Come on.
All right.
Like,
Hey, welcome back, SB. Yo, this is my boy SB Talk Sports from Chicago. Yo, he's locking in with us from the Shy.
I
man.
definitely agree. I definitely agree with the impact, SB, in regards to like Grant Hill and Derek, because Derek had also had to carry the pressure of a whole state on his back. From
Agree.
from Simeon. From Simeon.
And coming
Grant Hill
from and being drafted from his home team. Yep, I agree.
Right.
all I said was I didn't say who was better because he tried to say I said better. I said if Grant Hill and Tracy McGrady made the Hall of Fame, Derrick Rose better make it. That's all.
No, that's not what you said. You said if Grant Hill makes the Hall of Fame, Derrick Rose.
He's already in the Hall of Fame. That's how
I know
that,
that, but that's what you
How you
said.
don't know that, Mr. Piston fan?
No, I was repeating what you said.
No, I said if Grant Hill is in there, which he's in,
Derrick Rose should be in there.
yes, he should.
But you just said that you just compared Derrick Rose and Tracy McGrady to Grant Hill.
Yes.
Which one is it? This is the problem we have with you at your sports teams. You're confusing yourself, son.
Oh my God. Look,
SB, you're confusing yourself.
Let's get on the real topic. And I'm glad you, but look, my whole point of segueing into Grant Hill because you're trying to throw me off my point because I'm finna keep you out the 90s. Well, yeah, when the 90s got that, which you gotta admit this, when the 90s got that one little bit of versatile player that which was compared to today's era, they didn't know what to do with Grant. Grant Hill was cooking everybody in the 90s.
Most definitely.
So
Grant Hill is supposed to be the next coming.
yes. So now look, you got
Jordan. Yeah, they looked at him. Yeah.
You got a taste of what the next era was to be in Grant Hill, and he wasn't even a great shooter. And he was killing in the 90s.
No, he was a mid-range shooter and
was he not killing, right?
And Pippen's nightmare.
Yes, he was dogging Pippen.
Absolutely.
Killing. Yes. They ain't know what to do with Grant Hill.
Not at all. Pippen or anybody that they could have added to that team.
Yes. Now, my next point. Let me make sure I look on.
Make sure you look. Make sure you look.
It's on my page because we're gonna talk about the expansion teams too. I rock with the 90s. I'm a Bulls fan, of course. That's our best era. You know what I'm saying? When
you ain't had no choice because you ain't got no other eras after that or before.
I mean,
yeah, Orlando Woolridge.
Yeah, and then speaking of Orlando too, you let a team with a young Shaq come right in and dominate and go right to the finals. But let me go to my point. I was saying with the Miami Heat. What year did Miami come in the league? I forgot what year in the 90s did they come in.
Probably 92, 93.
92,
yeah, I think they came I thought they came in the late 80s or something like that.
No, they was in the 90s.
They was like the first.
They came in the 90s,
one of the first expansion teams. You know, which played a part in everybody losing one of their players,
top players,
on their team. Mm-hmm. Where did I put this at? Come on. I want to remember. I want to know the exact year because I know the Heat one year led the Eastern Conference in wins. They had like 60 plus wins at an expansion team with Alonzo Mourning, right? And
Gonzo and Tim Hardaway and all them.
Yeah. What other team you can now know that come right in and just be impactful as an expansion team? What team you know have you?
1988.
1988. How many wins they had?
Don't show me the record.
But the whole point is they came right in and been impactful. Then you go when you compare star by star wise of who they really had. Y'all had a couple nice stars, but you compare it to any other era, which the era I'm talking about, we got other players that stacked up better than that. I know you're gonna say, yeah, Kobe and them all got drafted in the 90s, but their primes was in the 2000s. We had if you go back star wise, we had more stars. If you go back competitive wise, we had better competitors. It was at a point in time in the 2000s to make the playoffs in the Western Conference, you had to win 50 games.
The Western Conference was definitely
it was stacked.
The
also,
conference.
It wasn't. Oh, boom! Here you go, right here. The Bulls had 69 wins. The Heat had 61 as an expansion team. The lowest seed in your guys' conference was the Bullets. That's how I know they was called the Bullets.
But that was they had. But the crazy part is, I think during that time they had. Hold up. What year was that? So we 97. Talking 97. So that means they had Sheed, they had Weber, they had Jawan, Calbert Chaney, and what was the little guard? What was his name? AJ or
what's his face? Was it
Whitney? Oh,
Chris Whitney.
Chris Whitney.
Was it Chris Whitney?
Chris Whitney. Yeah,
somebody a role player. That'll be a role player today.
He was a role player, but Chris Whitney used to get buckets periodically.
He ain't gonna make it in the league today. It's over with. It's over with. You know, you got teams like the Hornets with 54 wins in the 60, which is very impressive. But your point guard probably my height, like 5'7", 5'8", 5'9".
Muggsy
playing.
Muggsy.
But
Jordan on his head like this.
What does that mean? Earl Boykins was getting 50 at one point in the games in Denver.
Look, everybody have a good game once in a while.
No, he was doing it multiple times. Don't get it twisted. Earl Boykins was to get buckets.
He was nice. Earl Boykins was nice, but don't act like Earl Boykins was just an elite scorer in the league.
No, I'm not saying that. But if you 5'4", 5'5", and you getting 50, that's not like it's an easy task. Yeah, it's people that in the league 6'10", 6'9", and they get damn 50.
Now, my other point is competition wise, right? And that's the main point I'm getting to the competition wise. You look at Jordan, okay, we got the Heat second, Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway. Cool. Even though that's a expansion team that just got in the league, they got right. The Knicks with Ewing. All right, cool. We got
time out. Are we talking the Heat, Alonzo Mourning, Tim Hardaway, Glenn Rice? Or is Glenn Rice over in Charlotte?
Charlotte.
Well, in '97, was he in Charlotte by that time?
I think he was.
I think he still was in Charlotte because
he might have been.
He started traveling towards the end.
Yeah, but then you got the Knicks, who supposed to be such and such good.
So that was with who? Allen Houston, Ewing,
and that's the
Mason, Oakley, Starks.
2 years off of being in the Hawks with Wilkins, who don't play no defense.
What Derek Harper.
Okay, Derek Harper. Yeah, that's right. They got your Pistons at 5. I believe that's around Grant Hill time, right?
Yeah, that was Grant Hill and Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars was still playing at that time.
Yeah, he was on his way out though.
Yeah, he was on his way out, but he was trying to,
Looking at this list, and I'm looking at the Bulls with 69 wins. And we being honest, competition-wise, nobody in the Eastern Conference had a real life chance against that Chicago Bulls team.
That was a Michael Jordan led.
Now look, listen.
Eastern Conference. But this problem is that I say that is you say the same thing about Cleveland with LeBron.
What year? And not in the 2000s.
What are you talking about? He was a cakewalking through the East. If that's what the same thing. Mike was cakewalking through the 90s.
See, look, Casey,
in the East.
This how you get them right here, right? So you telling me, your championship winning Detroit Pistons was the cakewalk to get out the Eastern Conference to LeBron James? Man, we talking from LeBron James came from. We talking my era is 2000 to 2010. If you want to take the 10 off, 2009. LeBron got drafted in 03. The Pistons was at peak. So you telling me with a straight face.
Pistons never had a peak. We just had Grant Hill.
No, answer the question with your straight face.
We had Grant Hill, yo.
No. We talk about Rip Hamilton, Chauncey Billups, Rasheed, Tyshawn Prince.
That was 2000.
Yes, we talk about my
2004.
Listen. We talk about my era, but the 2000s, right? You just said LeBron James had a cakewalk in there. So you tell me with a straight face, your championship Pistons was a cakewalk.
I mean, no, that was just the Pistons, though.
So you might need to mute yourself.
Our way of playing basketball was different from everybody else's.
But what you said,
so you can't. You're not going to compare. You're not going to compare Milwaukee Bucks to the Detroit Pistons. Only team that you could compare to the Pistons during that time was the New York Knicks in the East.
In the 2000s.
I thought you said you were going to 90s. You said our 90s.
No, your statement. See, you got to mute yourself. You don't know what you're saying. You said LeBron.
You said that. I'll mute myself, but
KC, what did he say? Repeat what he said, KC.
He said no. He's talking. You were switching back and forth. You were talking about like the 90s and 2000s. So I guess he probably assumed that you were talking about, the Pistons in the 90s still. But then when you brought up like Sean Prince and all them, so
no. But what was his? I'm asking to his rebuttal. He said LeBron James had a cakewalk, and I said not in my point. Not the era that I said is the best. LeBron James didn't have a cakewalk. The Pistons wasn't a cakewalk. Even the Gilbert Arenas led Wizards wasn't a cakewalk. Who else was in the East around that time? No, they wasn't. They wasn't a cakewalk. They wasn't a champion. It wasn't a cakewalk.
They had to go through.
You can come back in. They wasn't a cakewalk. I want to say they were a championship team, but they wasn't a cakewalk.
I mean, because they still had to deal with Boston too. They still had to deal with that
and
Boston squads.
Antoine Walker
and Paul Pierce. They was nice.
And they still had to deal with that Milwaukee. They still had to deal with that Milwaukee team too.
Milwaukee had who? I'm trying to think in the 90s. 2000.
Oh,
they still had Ray Allen. They still had Sam, Glenn Robinson.
Mm-hmm.
They still had that.
In 2000, in 2000, early 2000.
He was on there.
My cousin was playing with them. Flip was playing with them, and Ray Allen was hurt.
What, the Bucks, right?
Yeah. Then if you want to say that when Flip left, when they left, they had what's the left-handed ball?
Michael Redd.
Michael Redd, but he was there by himself.
Yeah, he was. They was trash at that point in time.
Yeah, because this was like right around the time they tried to get Gary Payton. I remember they did get Gary Payton. Mm-hmm.
So what we talking here? You said 2000. You said you're still talking in 2000s.
It wasn't a cakewalk at all.
What? You said Gilbert Arenas in Washington.
Yeah,
it was Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas.
Karan Butler. That was Karan was with. He played with Gilbert.
He played with Gilbert, but I don't think it was during that same time.
Yes, it was. It was in the 2000s.
It was. So you know what it
was? And they had Brendan Haywood then.
Yeah, because Karan left the
Eton, and they had
Thomas. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they had what you call him then?
Mhm.
Fucking Kwame Brown.
AKA Kwame Clown.
Call me clown. Yeah.
Kwame Clown.
And the boy, see, whatever his name is, that brought the gun. That was no team.
JaVale Crittenden.
Yeah, like
Crittenden.
Yeah. Also,
you still talking. Come on,
No,
that.
I'm finna keep going. Okay, we going.
Yeah, cause I'm running through these teams that
I
you're
didn't-
saying that was so good.
No, wait, because I didn't even go to the Western Conference yet. The Western Conference is OC stack, but also we're not gonna bring up those Indiana Pacers of the 2000s too.
The Davis brothers,
Brian
Reggie
Arnett,
Miller, Rick Smits,
Jermaine O'Neal.
Tinsley.
If that fight didn't mess up, with your Detroit Pistons don't know how to act and play basketball, Malice.
They ain't had nothing to do with the people on the court.
Hey man, look, man. Also, somebody threw a beer and Ron Artest turned to Stone Cold Steve Austin out of nowhere.
Hey, shit. I think you would have turned to Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
So the all right, Indiana team. I take that was a tough one.
76ers with Allen Iverson around that time too.
You got 76ers with Allen Iverson. You ain't had nothing else outside of Allen Iverson. Go ahead.
I mean, you talk the team who had the Coach of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, and the MVP.
Yeah, but they got Dikembe at the end of the year, right before the trade.
Who did he not win? Who won Defensive Player of the Year for them?
That year?
Yeah, that was Dikembe because
Dikembe.
Aaron McKee got six man of the
He
year.
got 6 man. Larry Brown got coach.
The team I was waiting on you to say that. So the team that swept the awards only had Allen Iverson.
They honestly, if you want to say that, yes.
I mean,
Come on, I know Blue personally, Aaron, but you're not sitting there saying Aaron's gonna give me 30. Aaron's almost like Tobias.
I mean, that's not his job to drop 30. I mean,
all right, but that's what I'm saying. You got Allen Iverson and who else?
But you cannot just say Allen Iverson and who else, and they swept the awards.
Allen Iverson, but you're saying it like they was a threat. Allen Iverson. Come on, SB.
But look, you gotta acknowledge the fact. I can agree with you, but
you can agree with me, but
when somebody go back and look and be like, man, Allen Iverson really didn't have no help. What's going to team? Wait a minute, Defensive Player of the Year, 6 man, Coach of the Year, MVP.
You gotta play offense.
And they make the finals.
You gotta play offense. Offense wins championship.
Look, man. Hey, that's their fault. That's management problem. That's management.
Oh, now it's management problem. We talking about competitive. But go ahead.
Also, another team in the East, Vince Carter and the Raptors.
Vince and Tracy.
Without Tracy, they was decent too. Without Tracy and with Tracy, they're also glad you brought Tracy McGrady. Then you bring up the Orlando Magic with Tracy McGrady.
Are we gonna go to Toronto first? You keep jumping, dog.
No, we don't got this.
I want to hear Toronto.
We gotta elaborate if you're gonna talk about the team because you saying that they didn't have a cakewalk, they was tough and all this other stuff.
The team that was a shot away from making it to the finals.
They had Vince Carter and who else? I don't think Damon was there.
No, they had Vince, they had Del Curry, they had Antonio Davis. Who else was on that team? They were pretty deep. They were pretty deep.
You said
Keon Clark.
You said Keon Clark, Antonio Davis, and Vince Carter.
Del Curry.
Del was on his outs.
Mm-hmm.
You still saying Vince Carter?
Was Muggs on that team too?
Muggs?
No, I don't think Muggs was on that team.
Muggs was off that team? Okay, Muggs was off that.
I think Muggs was probably in his last 2 years.
What's the face on that team? Philly's own
Alvin Williams, but Alvin was having problems with AI.
Yeah, but that's AI though.
He's had problems.
Oh, but that's AI though.
So yeah,
that's AI though. That's
the Big East. That's that Big East.
All right, but Al was giving Toronto like 12 to 14 points a game.
That's good for his role, yes.
For his role, but you ain't got nobody else outside of Vince Carter to help you.
But around that time, everybody had one star on the team, though. So you try to acknowledge the fact of just one star being on the team, like every team was spread out like.
Because I'm still waiting for this competitive part. Go ahead. Next.
No, every team I said was competitive and was at any point in time was close.
I'm listening. I'm listening. Here go K with the signal issues. This boy, we just jinxed him. Right?
But also, the Orlando Magic. 2 of their runs with Orlando with T-Mac, Grant Hill, right? Then later on with Dwight Howard leading the teams. And one of those teams made the finals.
There we go.
With the Dwight Howard led.
Dwight Howard
led Magic.
Who was it? Dwight Howard and who else?
Dwight Howard.
Oh, Nate.
Rashad Lewis. Jameer Nelson, Hedo Turkoglu, who was cold until he left the match.
Yeah, I like Tito.
Hedo. He was balling. Who else was on that team? I'm trying to think who was the other dude.
What was the boy that from Illinois? Nick
What, Nick Anderson?
Nick Anderson.
Nick Anderson.
No, by then I think Nick was playing for
he was
the
done.
Kings. By
He was
then, he was
done.
playing for the Sacramento.
Oh, okay. All
He
right.
was done by that point.
Okay.
Then just to go, that's just the East. Now, don't get me wrong. In the 90 side competitive side, I would say during that time the West was way better. Like I said, you needed 50 wins to get in. Then you go to the West, you got the San Antonio Spurs. I don't need to explain that. Do I have to?
Nope.
Lakers. Do I have to explain that?
Nope.
Okay. Now we go for Lakers. Sacramento Kings. When they had their run, they was a problem. Do I have to explain that? Okay, cool. Timberwolves. KG.
KG.
MVP KG. Do I have to explain that?
All right, so we talking Sam Cassell.
Mm-hmm.
Sprewell.
Sprewell.
And Spree was nice. In the 90s, he was cooking.
Oh, no. I
Yeah,
Spree gets respect.
Spree was
Who
getting
else was
busy.
Who else was on that Timberwolves team? The great,
What you calling
the
that
great
died
Joe
in the
Smith?
accident? What's his name that died in the
Oh,
accident?
Malik Sealy.
Malik
He rest in
Sealy?
peace.
Yeah.
Great Malik Sealy. St. John's finest out there.
But outside of them, I can't think of nobody else.
Dallas
He had
Mavericks.
Joe Smith.
You said Joe Smith.
Joe Smith.
Yeah, the great.
I mean,
the great
Joe Smith
Smith.
was a number
No,
one pick.
listen. K's been muted. Go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
what the fuck. He just
Yeah,
had to
it
throw
was
some.
wild.
He's
I
a
tried to
Maryland.
number one pick.
That was a Maryland thing. That's what that was. That was real disrespectful. You gonna say they had Joe Smith? The fuck? Damn, K. You was all right up until that fucking moment. Like they had. You threw me off. My bad, SB, because that shit was wild. You even courted. You even courted. Like that. Sheesh. Goodness gracious.
But
Let me know when you want to let him back in.
You got the Houston Rockets when T-Mac went there. That was nice.
That was that. No, was that?
That was 2000. That was 2000.
That was my boy Cat and franchise.
Yeah, and T-Mac,
And y'all.
T-Mac, yeah, and they was a problem too.
I don't think T-Mac was there yet.
No, he played in the 2000s. He ain't played none until it was 2010s.
Yeah, I think T-Mac was more of like probably 9, 10.
Let's see. Hold on.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, look it up. Look it up. No, I think he played. I think it was like at the end though, because I know Dwight and them was on the Magic, but them Dallas Mavericks was also nice. Dirk with Nash, then Dirk with Kidd. Oh, speaking of that, I forgot about the Nets. Look, the Nets been so trash so long. The Nets with Jason Kidd was nice, and around that time. Hornets with Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
Don't say anything like that. Like they didn't make the finals twice.
Oh shit. He was at Houston 05 to 09 to 2010.
Yeah. A problem.
All right, you want to let K back in?
Yeah, let him back in. And also Denver Nuggets with Carmelo Anthony, who made the playoffs his rookie year with that team too. Should have got rookie of the year, but that's a different story for another day. We know how that game goes. Yeah. So now we look at the competition perspective. Every team had a star. Every team was winning. It wasn't necessarily no guaranteed. Like only team that you could really say that was guaranteed was probably on the West Side, where you say the Spurs,
San Antonio Spurs.
The Spurs and Lakers maybe dominated, but it was like spurts of that. But they had Shaq and Kobe because they was the only team with multiple real stars. But every team was competitive, which the Kings probably should have won, got cheated, but that didn't start for day. But when you look at the 90s, you can legitimately look and say nobody was beating that Bulls team. Nobody was beating the Bulls team. No, it's a reason why after that Lakers three-peat, we never seen it again. The Bulls three-peated twice in that era. Then the team left, Jordan left, and they was a game away from making the finals. What competition? Did the Houston Rockets make the finals in like the 6, 7 seed?
They won a championship. They won 2 championships.
Won the championship. And you want to talk about confidence? Don't bring up that you couldn't put a legal defense rule. You weren't playing no zone. Because my boy Mike put the ad in the paper saying that it's gonna make the game boring. That's a fact. So how is this era so great? I got the video on my phone. It made me show Mike shooting open jumpers and doing this, and somebody doing like this, twirling. Like, come on, bro, stop it. We gotta stop the live.
Show us the video.
See, look, man. See, look, that's when you call somebody out, and when you mess up, man. See, look, this is the problem.
So you're saying the 90s was better than the 2000 era?
No, not even close. Not even close at all. Nowhere near close. I don't know. It might be a little blurry. You know, this is the cassette tape time. It's on my phone. Is it
No,
blurry?
that ain't working.
If you want to show this. Let me see why the glare on it. Oh, you lucky it's glaring up. You lucky it's glaring
You
up.
need more people.
You lucky it's
You
glaring
need
up.
more people.
Hey, I email it to you. You gonna play it on stream? Email it to you.
I'll post it. I'll put it up.
I email it to you. Don't do that. You know it's clips of Jordan cooking them up like it's like they child's play.
Listen.
And they look. The '90s been so trash. The '90s was so trash. They trying to discredit my boy Mike for being the GOAT, saying he was playing against bum people, which is Thunder Dan, Ditless Shrimp. They was definitely trash. But
No,
Detlef Shrimp was trash?
Detlef Shrimp
Yes.
was never trash. No.
Are you serious?
Are we talking
Yes.
about, listen, man? Are we talking about Detlef Shrimp, Dallas Detlef Shrimp, Indiana Detlef
Super
Shrimp? Or are we
Sonics.
talking about Sonic's Detlef Shrimp?
Sonics.
No, Detlef Shrimp was a problem, yo.
He's a problem in Seattle.
He was a problem, yo. No.
Him and Kemp.
I definitely
And
don't
Gary?
agree with that.
I give you
Listen.
the glove. Kemp overrated too.
Not at that
Besides-
time.
I don't know about
Besides
you.
Duncan, well, how was he impactful? Or score? I'm gonna say scoring. He wasn't impactful no other way on the court.
He was defending
No,
too.
he could hit
Who?
15 to 18 footer. He could
You ain't see that boy taking blocking shots against the backboard, leading fast
It
breaks.
looked good on
He
the
was
highlight
doing what
reel.
Draymond do, and he could score.
I mean, it looked good on the highlight reel, but when
Right.
he played against Malone, or
He was giving them buckets.
or when he played against Hakeem Olajuwon.
He wasn't playing against Hakeem. Hakeem was playing center.
So you said he never
He was-
guarded.
Detlef Shrimp was
Playing.
playing.
Of course, he guarded them on.
Everybody guarded everybody.
But
Shit, what you want to
it's
say?
like, but with Kemp, he was an above. To be honest with you, he was a underrated defender
Mhm.
because first of all, he was already athletically gifted. Number one, he could get you to the spot. I mean, but defense wasn't his foray though. Like that wasn't his thing. Like he would more block shots than anything.
He was a
But
help
when it came
defender.
down to-
He was a help
Yeah,
defender,
like,
and he could play a little
definitely help
one-on.
defender.
He could defend the one-on-one. Shit, you might as well get Ruben Patterson up in here, the Kobe
Tell
style.
me about the illegal defense in the '90s. That's
What?
what I want y'all to explain about you couldn't play illegal defense in the '90s. Explain that to me.
You couldn't.
You couldn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you could. It was illegal
Yeah,
defense. And
straight
you could
man
play
to
a
man.
zone in the '90s.
Yeah, straight man to man. Play your man, yo. Play your
And
man.
when Jordan got past somebody, who was under the rim? Nobody every other time, right?
Well,
there
it
was a
was
couple centers beating him.
the help was bad. That's all that was.
Yeah. And then also
So is
too
that,
on
is
top
that
of
a knock
that,
on the '90s?
The help
you know
was
what it
bad.
was too? I mean, you know what also was too, SB and Larry, it also was that fear factor too. Like when it came to Jordan.
That's what I
Because-
said. That's exactly what I said when he
like-
first got on. It was Mike
You know,
intimidating everybody.
That was Mike's fear factor. Just like Kobe. Kobe was doing the same thing. Kobe was doing it. You know.
Was they most scared of respect to Kobe? Was they most scared of Shaq or Kobe?
They scared of both.
Mm,
But I would be
Shaq,
more
stop,
scared.
Stop it.
I would be more scared of Kobe because he can do more things. Shaq, you had to get him to the ball. You had to get the
Yeah.
ball to him.
Shaq was more of like
Kobe
Shaq
could
was
get his
more of
own.
a gentle giant. Shaq was a gentle giant. Like Shaq would
It
not
was
go
like,
out there and
once
try
he
to,
get the
like-
ball, it's like, oh shit. But Kobe, once you inbounds the ball, you saying oh shit from the moment he got the basketball in his hand to the point if you hope he pass it, like thank you, Kobe.
Thank you. Nah, he wasn't. Kobe wasn't pat. We ain't got to lie about that. Kobe,
We know that. That's what I'm saying.
Kobe wasn't pat.
And then on top of that, with Kobe, maybe recipes. On top of that, with Kobe could defend too. So and he was talking to you like when you're bringing the ball up, like you're just like he's talking all types of ill stuff to you, like
Mm-hmm.
yeah, give me that, excuse my French, give me that shit. You ain't shit. F you, this and that, da 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 da.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking on some the nastiest. The nastiest talk that you ever heard on the Chicago blacktop or the Philadelphia streets and stuff like that. That's what Kobe was saying.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Kobe
Tell
was bringing it to you. Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
tell me any team that you know who's highly competitive,
Okay.
and you take their best player off their team. Still a good team,
Still a good
and they'll
team.
be a game,
Still a good
and they'll
team.
be a game away from the finals.
Well, the Bulls is one of them. Like in the 90s, you're talking about?
At any era, tell me their best player gone, and they a game away from the
Player gone.
finals.
Game away from the finals.
Still went close to 60 games, high 50 games. Best
Houston.
player gone. That's how
Houston,
sweet it was.
San Antonio.
Yeah.
Who was their best player that was gone?
You gonna take Tim Duncan away?
Tim Duncan will never win away, and they won 50 games without Tim Duncan. That's cap. And don't
I
say
just-
David Robinson either, because Tim Duncan was the best player when Tim Duncan got there.
You said take away the best player at the time. Supposed to have been David Robinson, right?
No, it was Tim Duncan.
You know what? I would take the
No, I'm saying tell me when it happened. Don't say I think
when it
it
happened?
will happen. Tell me when it happened.
You said no. See, you contradicting yourself with your questions, bro.
No,
One minute you said just
Tell
take.
me-
You just said just take the best player away and see what team will get 50 wins.
Yeah,
That's what
tell
you
me.
said. And
Tell
then
me.
you said
Tell me.
what
I'm
team you would.
resetting. I'm resetting.
Yeah, you do that because you fucking everything up right here.
Tell me when a team was a game away from the finals and their best player was gone.
1994 when Mike left and Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen was almost taking all the honors.
Yeah. That will never happen in no other. That never happened in the 2000s. Your best player gone, you might not make the playoffs. The Bulls came away from the finals and probably could have won. I ain't saying they was gonna beat the Rockets, but probably could have won.
You know what? What
I
about?
got-
All right, I got a question. I got to question that one. Now, what about like those Blazers teams in the 2000s? Because
I was thinking that too because you damn sure didn't mention Portland with
Who were the
Rashid,
best players? Who were the best
With-
players on that team?
with
Probably
Sheed, Steve Smith, Bonzi Wells.
Was Zebo there? Yeah, or Zebo wasn't there yet, was he? I think Zebo
No.
was there.
No,
He wasn't there yet.
yeah, that was after because once Bonzi left, that's when Zebo got there.
'Cause they
So
were
you
jail
talking about
blazers. The jail
she, Damon Stoudemire,
Mhm.
Derek, what's his name? Derek Anderson,
Oh yeah, I forgot about Da.
Steve Smith,
Shout out to my Clippers.
Jermaine O'Neal.
They was trash in the 2000s. That's why
Yo, didn't Mont tell you don't say no shit about goddamn Clippers? He's been muted. Mont said something to him as soon as the show started today. Don't say nothing about the goddamn Clippers, and he couldn't hold back not one bit. And we let him slide. No, we didn't even let you slide with the Maryland Joe Smith. That was insulting that you said Joe Smith.
Yeah, he wild for that
that was
wow.
that was a complete violation.
Mm-hmm.
But that Portland team, we didn't really get into that.
Mhm.
They had
I feel like I was already stacking the deck with so many teams I didn't even have to bring them up.
no, but we brung up every team on the East.
Yeah. No, I brought the competitive teams. But you doing me a favor. You making my argument even more.
Listen, you're right. If you're right, you're right. I can't.
I mean, you just tell me I'm right. Yeah, I appreciate it. You know.
Yeah, I ain't in denial. I'm not K. But Portland had Derek Anderson.
Mhm.
I think Damon was there. Steve Smith, Rasheed Wallace, Bonzi Wells, Jermaine O'Neal.
Bonzi
What
had a
was
story, too.
what was the white boy from Australia? What you call him? Pop.
Sabonis?
Sabonis.
Sabonis, yeah.
Sabonis. Damn, that's 7 already.
Mm-hmm. They was stacked. That was a nice team. It was. I don't think they was gonna win them, but they was nice to. It was nice to watch.
Was Cliff Robinson on his outs? Because I think he probably was still there coming off the bench.
Might have been. I think
We can't hear you, Kate. We gotta wait for SB to allow you to come back in.
Come back in, Kate, man. Come back in. Yeah, come on. Let him in.
All right, yo, our boy K is back.
Now, did you say what was that? I won't. I promise I won't. But you said Derek Anderson. I was like, get it. Whatever. But
Derek had some moments, but for that team, he was fine.
Look, bro, you gotta understand. Like when you're a Clippers fan, your team highlights is this small, so you just gotta appreciate like this. You know what I'm saying? Like this small with the Clippers. Yeah, you're highly smaller than that. The best thing in Clippers history was getting Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. That's the greatest achievement of all time.
No
Mm.
way. No way.
Okay, I guess
we've had success. We have.
Y'all had Derek Harper in his pre-Jordan days.
I mean, I think
I
y'all
mean,
probably had a point in time where y'all had the most like ESPN highlights at one point in time.
That's because it was L.A.
No, it's because it was Blake Griffin and them. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about that? You talking about
I think like
Live City?
I think they got a banner for like most highlights, most oop highlights.
The Live City banner.
Live City banner. That's it. Most highlights on Sports Center.
Yeah, the Live City banner.
Yeah,
No, I mean, but you know what?
Got out
and
the
I'll
first
let-
round banner. That's it.
Yes, I mean, you know, like in the in the '90s, like we were struggling in the playoffs a little bit, and then
Struggling
you
one
know,
word, but I hear you.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like the 92, 93 years, that was
Yo,
good. 97 was good. You
Those
know,
that team
uh-huh.
was like how I think about my Pistons right now.
That's
Speaking of Pistons, you were asking about Cliff Robinson, right? You were asking about Uncle Cliffy. I think at that time, Uncle Cliffy was with the Pistons at that time. After that,
So he was there with what's the bald head boy that was Mills. Mills was giving buckets.
Yeah.
Oh, Terry Mills.
Terry Mills.
Mills from Detroit.
What year-
right?
I know my team.
What year Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis was together on Seattle?
Ray Allen and Rashard Lewis. That was like the year before they moved to no 2 years before they moved to OKC.
Yeah. The year when they
Because they got rid of him right before they moved to
when they
OKC.
traded they traded Gary Payton for Ray Allen.
Mm-hmm.
That trade. Yeah, I was a little pissed. I was a little pissed off of that one. Like,
Yeah.
are you serious, dude?
They should have kept Ray Allen with him and KD. Boy, that'd have been nice.
Ooh.
I don't think that would have worked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it probably wouldn't have.
It wouldn't have worked.
But
You had to have a hell of a point guard.
They ain't had no point guard.
Exactly.
Nah, they had who was the point guard at that time for them? Was it
That's
Earl
the
Watson?
point.
I think
Earl
Or Shammond
Watson.
Williams. It was probably
Earl Watson.
or Shammond Williams. It was probably Shammond.
Earl Watson was
Earl
not
Watson.
Earl Watson.
Earl Watson was
not
there.
Like that. He was not like that.
Earl Watson was a defender.
Yeah, he was
If that,
gritty.
but yeah.
He was the gritty guy. The gritty
Mhm.
He
guy.
tried hard. He tried hard.
He should be a coach because Phoenix did him dirty.
Yeah, they
Still
did.
is.
They did.
Yeah.
He definitely did him dirty.
But once again, that go my competition point. The defense is better because now you can play zone and man. As wasn't no illegal defense rule. Yeah, I guess you because the only thing y'all can argue now is hand checking. I guess I guess.
SB, you play basketball?
Of course, I ain't know how I feel if you grab somebody and all that. Maybe your man should have been hand checking.
SB, you play basketball.
That's shot down right there. That's shot
Yeah.
down.
Let's talk about it now.
Hey,
Yeah,
A hand check is a lot.
I mean, I give you hand checking, but it's not better than you telling me if you had a choice.
SB, now I got to cut you off.
Okay, go ahead.
You average, let's say you average 10 points a game
Mhm.
today. How much do you think you could average before without the hand checking?
All the players gonna be ISO, right? Like say, I'll score my 10 points ISO, right? Or just have
However you get it,
in the game. It'll be tougher.
a significant difference.
Okay, I'll give you that. It's not gonna be tough.
Significantly.
Yeah, once again, I'm not gonna argue.
I mean, because also it wasn't just hand checking either. It wasn't just hand checking because now if someone's coming at us and we're all ball players here now, if someone's coming at us, we could use an arm bar and push back off, like boom, push off at the end. We can like throw them off balance. We do that now these days. These kids now, like they come down full speed, and you give them like a little arm bar, and you stop their progress. Foul. That's
Foul.
You can't do that
Immediately.
You can't do that old head. Yeah, you can't do that old head. You playing dirty, this and that. When you trying to hurt me, you trying to hurt my future, whatever the case may be.
But that's why I said the 2000 era was still better because I think the hand checking ended like early 2000s.
The 2000 era made them do what the NBA needed, that was add points to the board. They was tired of being under 90 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
So with them adding these new rules, it elevated the points scoring per game. They wanted to be above 100. So they did the hand checking and the little bullshit fouls down that you get.
I agree to an extent because I also say that like it was more stars, more people coming in because Michael Jordan changed the game where you showed that you can run the team through the guards. So now we got more versatile athletic guards who were scoring and get out there. But hand check was still in a little bit, but now you add the point where you cannot play illegal defense. Now you can play the zone man. Now you got your big man can be down there, be that help support on the other side back in the 90s. If you were not already like probably right there, Jordan, that's why you see Jordan always getting these open dunks going. It is what it is. Or open middies. Because even as much you say you can hand check, if he got it like that and got the moves like that, you hand checking not gonna mean nothing. Because now you compare a hand check to a well or machine team playing a zone, it would definitely be harder to score on the zone than somebody hand checking if you know you. Because you can't ISO in the zone. As much as you want to try to say, I never seen nobody ISO a zone.
Oh, you can't.
If he did,
Only way you can score from a zone is basically baseline if you go into the basket.
Yeah, and then the only way you're gonna do that if you turn into a matchup zone.
Yeah.
Even then, you got to be so disciplined in that matchup zone not to bite on anything in order to get. Because once that matchup zone gets broken, that's it. All I'm gonna do is just swing it, and all I'm gonna do is swing it and reverse right back over to the top. That's it. It's over.
Ball movement is key.
Yeah.
Oh, all day. Oh, yeah.
No, ball movement is definitely key to beat the zone.
All day. All it takes is a if it's like what a YMCA zone, which is a 2-3, 2-3 zone, you throw that joint to the middle. Throw it to the side, reverses back, cross court it. That's it. That's 4 passes right there. That's 4 passes right there. And Larry,
it's a ball fake. Once you get the ball in the middle, it's a ball fake. Honestly,
they don't step up.
It's a ball fake. You get that ball at the foul line. You fake that pass to the corner. That forward is sliding out there, and you got that whole right or left side. What do you want to do?
Go get ugly, but. That's my only thing though. Well, that's why I said like the 2000s, because it's like the reason why I said it got a little bit of the 90s in there, added more stars, and then upgraded the game because that was like just more competitive team. I just feel like Jordan and them was just too dominant. It wasn't really no true competition for them. And I'm not even saying that as a Bulls fan. We just look at like
everybody fan.
Nobody can say with a straight face anybody was beating that team. They are still one of the only team I think that's ever better than the Bulls team. Is the Kevin Durant Warriors. Besides that team, I don't think no other team better than the Bulls.
Kevin Durant Warriors?
Kevin Durant Warriors is the greatest team of all time.
I beg to differ because if it wasn't for injuries to Isaiah, Bulls would have had a little more of a tough time repeating the following year.
SB, you just said something. That's a perfect segue for that. So you talking about the Warriors teams with Kevin Durant versus which 72-10 Bulls or
any Bulls? But 72-10, I was the best ones. But yeah, anyone. Yeah.
Ooh, so let's line it up then. Line up the roster. So at the point for that time for the Bulls was who?
Harper.
Okay.
No. B.J. Armstrong was the point guard. Harper was the 2.
72-10?
No, the 72-10 Bulls.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gotcha. I mean, shout out to B.J. Armstrong because he was on the 92 Bulls and the 93 Bulls. So,
right.
Shout out.
Okay.
Steph Cook and B.J. though. I'd rather have Ron Harper.
I'd rather take B.J. because Ron Harper was on his last legs. Steph was. BJ could play D.
He's not guarding Steph though.
But he'll have a better time than Harper.
No, I'm taking.
BJ was gritty. BJ was gritty, and BJ will make it work.
Harper had bad knees playing for Chicago.
I know.
And you want to take Harper guarding Steph?
Because Steph, to be on Steph, you got to be physical, and he big enough to get.
You got to be able to be mobile too.
He was mobile enough.
Well, if that's the case, then
to guard Steph,
you could switch that up then. Switch it up then, because then who's the 2 guy? 2 guys play, right? 2 guys play for the Warriors, yes.
Yeah.
So, and who's the 2 guy for the Bulls?
Mike.
MJ's gonna be like, yo, switch. So
Mike ain't gonna guard Steph.
Well, he'll smother him. He'll push him around and stuff like that.
He gonna guard Clay. Clay goes gonna be like how he guarded Miller. That's it.
If Mike was in his bag when he want to defend, like how we see Kobe Mike, Steph probably wouldn't even touch the basketball.
Possibly. They'll find a way to get him open, but I definitely agree.
No, you're gonna find a way because there ain't a way for you to stay that close to a defender, offensive player running through screens, as we see with Reggie Miller year in year out during his time, or even Rip.
Or Rip. I'd use Rip. You can, matter of fact, the best screen runner, I think.
Rip is the best.
Oh yeah, Rip, of course.
Rip is the best.
You could give me college Rip.
Shit, Rip played. Ho. When we was doing Washington. Was Rip still with Gilbert before? Because I think it was something they saying about them two couldn't coexist.
He went to the Pistons.
So they played a year or two with each other.
Most of they did play, we had to be like a year.
Yeah, okay. Because I had to think about that. I thought about that.
Because when Rip was playing on Washington, he was playing with Jordan. Because that was like the Ty Lue, Brendan Haywood.
Yeah, nobody liked that.
Got you.
Charles Oakley. I think Charles Oakley's on that team too.
Yeah.
Kwame Brown.
Who cares?
Kwame Clown was on that team.
Who cares?
Oh yeah. By the way, when you guys were like putting the smut on Joe Smith's name, keep in mind he was the number 1 draft pick in '94. I just want you to know.
I said I gave you
I'm
that.
confused.
Oh, okay.
What the
I just
hell?
want to make sure. That's all.
In '94.
95. Excuse me. 95. My bad.
And what
95.
year was we talking about the Timberwolves?
2000s.
2000 stuff. But
2000s what?
You can mute me now if you want.
I am because you fucking out of pocket, yo. He drafted in '94. Joe Smith was a fucking journeyman for the last 8 years of his career.
He played on most.
Golden State, Sixers, Washington. Who else he played for in his latter years?
Thank God they got KG, because boy,
This boy said he was the number 1 in '94.
it's the reason why they got KG, because he was trash.
94, and we talking about 2000 Washington Wizard. Like he talking about like he was giving a bucket still. What the fuck is wrong with K? I'm gonna let him back in. You good with that?
Yeah, but we got to remember he a Clippers fan. He don't, you know what I'm saying? He don't know that.
Oh, but
He likes
the
bad
boy
basketball.
out of pocket, yo.
I'm just saying, like, can you hear me now?
You're just
Okay.
saying what, K? That don't make sense. You said something about somebody over 10 years later.
No, I'm just saying. I thought you guys were throwing smut on Joe Smith's name. In 1995, he was like Player of the Year, doing
Time out,
everything,
K. Understand what we were
What?
talking about.
I know what
Right?
you're talking about.
So why would you even mention that?
Because of Joe Smith.
I'm just.
Ola Wakande, he played with y'all. He was a what
90?
pick?
98.
He's number 2
number 1
pick?
draft pick.
Number 1 overall.
Ooh,
You still ain't talking about him.
Oh, you want me to talk about
And
it?
Ola Wakande had a couple good years.
Don't talk about him.
He had a couple good years.
I'm gonna talk about it. Now, as you said it,
Oliver Candy.
shout out to the Candy Man. Shout out to the Candy Man out there. 1998 number 1 draft pick from out of Pacific University. I think the person that was picked after, I think, was Mike Bibby. So that should have been flip flop, to be honest with you. But
Y'all had what you call it? The Clippers. They ain't want to guard, and the bigs was the big thing back in when he was being drafted at that time.
Clipper
Getting
Dan
the
over here rolling over his grave somewhere. Man.
Tell
Clipper Daryl. What's that? Daryl Dan, Clipper Daryl.
Clipper Darrell with his red and blue zoot suit.
yo, out of pocket though. Yo, you
I
reach.
guess when you the number 1 pick, I guess that matters because everybody in the league ain't the player of the year, player of the month. Everybody in the NBA ain't one of those guys, But
Yeah. But who you guys talking about? You were talking about who again?
I don't know. You threw me off with that Oliver Candy,
We told
the Candy Man stuff. You threw me off.
Yeah, like
Shout out to the Candy Man, yo.
No, don't shout out to the Candy Man.
shout out to Donnell Williams. Donnell,
Salute.
appreciate you locking in with us, man. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Donnell says, "What are y'all predictions?" Donnell, also we got a guest on here. Our guy, a brethren from Chicago, SB Talk Sports. He has his own YouTube page as well, so you can lock in with him as well. He's doing big things and trying to motivate himself to being even larger
That's the plan.
than life with the podcasting and sports media. So SB's always going to be on here with us periodically when he has something good to say. But what are y'all predictions? My prediction is kind of like y'all can go with y'all's because mine's like drawn out a little bit too much.
My thing is this. My thing is this. I still believe in the Celtics. I want to say Celtics in 6. I still got Celtics win the series. But the only thing the Celtics do what they did this last game, where that's my only problem about the Celtics scare me. They sometimes they don't know how to finish games, and they show they.
It's not sometimes.
Yeah,
it's not sometimes.
All the time. This playoff, all the time. Because there's no way the Milwaukee game series
was 7. Miami should have won 7.
And now we're going to the same thing. But the story of the tape is looking like the same of every series, where one person is going to kill them and one person is going to kill them, and then they're going to end up getting it done. Because one thing the Celtics are doing to the Warriors,
SB making sense. This is what I'm talking about. This is good. This is the good dialogue with you, SB, sometimes.
One thing that...
Then you can be an ass.
Yeah, I got to. But one thing that I see about that, like the Celtics do, and I don't like that the Warriors are doing, he getting the Warriors out of character. The Warriors are better when they play as a team. Steph Curry dominating like this is not a good sign for the Warriors in the long run. Unless Steph Curry finna drop 40, the rest of the series, which how he shoot the ball is possible.
which they said that he had to do.
Yeah, he
That's right.
he took that game because the Celtics should have closed the door and got him up out of there. But as we seen, they did the same before. Jimmy Butler was doing the same thing to them.
Mm-hmm.
So now the Celtics gonna come back, play better like they usually do. They play better on the road, which is weird.
Turnovers.
In the turnovers, yeah. Once they turn the ball over, it's a wrap. Because I don't understand how you got a fan base in the Boston, which I hate because I'm a Bulls fan, but I rock with Tatum.
And I'm a Pistons fan.
I know you hate it too. You know we hate it. But I cannot deny the fact that the New York Knicks and the Boston Celtics probably got one of the best fan bases and probably two of the hardest stadiums to play in. If the Knicks ever actually consistently be good,
then to the
that'd be
next.
a
That's
problem.
just to keep on talking because that's like talking about the Clippers.
Clippers, yeah.
Yeah.
But the point about the fan bases, so it's like
Yo, mute
Hey,
him, man.
hey,
Mute him.
Donnell.
You have, man.
it's
K-
about the
K-
home court. It's not about the Knicks.
K is a Clippers fan, and he consistently, as you've
That's the
seen,
thing.
since you've been watching. And listen, I appreciate you subscribing and turning on your notifications. We appreciate that greatly. Make sure you subscribe to our boy SB Talk Sports as well.
All day.
know what I'm saying?
Definitely a great
But,
channel. Definitely a great channel.
Back
Yeah,
to the point though, because we're not talking about the teams with the worst home court advantage. We're talking about the teams with the best home court advantage. Because
Mhm.
the Clippers is probably at the bottom. Literally, it'd be more other visiting fans than their fans there. But
On to the next.
On to the next.
yeah.
But so what the Celtics have to do is, like you said, stop turning the ball over. They have to rebound, and they have to close it. Because I think they can survive if Curry is playing like the way he playing. Because the Warriors not gonna last a long time playing like that. Draymond, as much as everybody complain about
Absolutely.
Draymond Green, that's another thing too. Can we stop complaining about Draymond Green doing the damn podcast?
He is who he is.
That's not. They don't have nothing to do with this because as much as every player saying this, everybody got 24 hours in a day. You can't tell me
Right.
a guy taking 30 minutes out his day is distracting him from that. No, only thing the podcast is doing is giving him free promo and distracting him the fact that he playing like dog shit. Excuse my French. Because if he wouldn't have no podcast, they'd be ethering him right now.
At the same token, that podcast is actually giving him dialogue to allow himself to be free
Yeah.
of getting rid of everything that everybody's going to predict that he's going to say. I mean, that's happening with him.
Yep.
So
That's right.
if you look at it, he's just like beating you to the punch.
Yep. Which is smart though, because now that's like a new
Exactly.
aspect we've never seen. Like, because sometimes as fans,
We're not used to seeing it. We're
Yeah,
not
not
used to
used-
seeing it.
And he been doing. It'd be different if he just started
Started it
He
exactly.
been doing it all this year. Nobody complained.
Exactly.
This just distracted. Like I said, he getting free promo, which everybody would love to have free global
Mhm.
promo like that.
Of
And
course.
he is getting, and he's actually talking. It'd be different if he had a podcast about lamb chops or car tires.
Exactly.
He's talking about the game.
The game
He's
itself.
talking with the
Yeah.
game.
Absolutely.
So what is the problem?
Go ahead, Kay. You got this one.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
mean, you know, and I agree with SB on that one. That's what it is. I think what it is that he's beating everybody to the punch. So now they don't have anything to say. Because you ever notice, like when he's at the post game interviews, they're saying the exact same thing they said on the podcast. Like, yo, it's Sunday, you got to listen to it. So in the end, he's getting free publicity. Ain't no bigger publicity than the NBA. Why
Mhm.
not? You know. So, but in order for Boston to win this one, they definitely have to win the rebounding battle because Golden State totally out rebounded them 55-42. That's not, and I've never seen a Golden State team get more than over like 40 rebounds for our team as a team, you know. But they were hitting the glass. They just hit them with a taste of their own medicine. Curry came alive. They need to find a way to actually, I mean, not really like stop Curry because you can't stop Curry, but you kind of got to limit it to it as well. Also, they might here's a question for you. I'm gonna throw this one out. Now, do you think they should do the old Jordan rules tactic with Steph? Like, go ahead, Steph, go get your 40, and then make it hard for everybody else to score, like Thompson, Wiggins, Looney,
Fuck no.
everybody. Okay, gotcha. Okay,
Fuck
It's just because Steph Curry shoot three, that'd be hard to do. We gotta make him work for his points. You gotta make it work.
Yeah.
yeah,
And even if you say Steph get yours, that momentum is different. Even though he's the only one scoring, that gives everybody else confidence to
get
just
in there.
See Curry pull from half be ridiculous.
Yeah, like that momentum. That's a whole different ball game. Like
That's
you're
like
not.
somebody get dunked on. Man.
We're not doing that.
Yeah, like now
We're not
I wanna
doing
get
that
in
one.
Dunk on somebody too. I don't care
Yeah.
about this.
Kyle, I just sent you a link, Kyle, so you can jump on here and do the.
Y'all gotta explain that. He said,
Oh damn!
he
SB ain't taking no tea. SB is here. SB is here.
I was waiting for KC to get done. I was like, Warriors.
No, I mean that's pretty much because it's like
2 straight, 3 straight. What? He crazy.
Yeah.
Hold up.
Also,
Donnell got something to say. He said, so all 3 of you are going with the Celtics. I would like to see Celtics win. I'm going to just say I'm going to try to make mine short. I would like to see Celtics win, but I'm a Pistons fan. All right. And I would like to see them win on the fact that Jalen and Jason being young and, you know what I mean, like that. But not as a Pistons fan. I don't want them to win. Also, as a fan of the game, but a very passionate fan about guards, and to see what Steph is doing, I would love to see him win the championship and get that MVP. If he'd have won the MVP the year that Iguodala got it, or one of the years that Kevin Durant had got it, I'd be like, I want Golden State to lose. That's just my train of thought. Not unless it came down to Clay being the person after what he's been going through. It's being sympathetic on my KC on my cage shit. Being sympathetic to the player and what he's been going through, I would love to see Clay, if he would have had the opportunity to win the MVP. He's not going to have no opportunity because they 4 games in. No matter how many games, these last 3 games, he's not going to be able to get it. Yeah, he has to drop 40, 40, 40 in the game winner. Yep. To send them home for them to be like, all right, it's Clay's. But to see what he's been through the last 2 years, but at the same token, I'm over the Golden State era. I just like watching Steph do what he do.
And another reason why we want the Celtics to win over the Warriors is it's showing the coming of age. It's like the new era. We won't do that like when we had to shred all these old guys out the way. The new era starts, and then also team basketball will be back, and it's gonna be showing that you need a team to win.
And that's exactly what they're showing with these 2 teams that's in the championship, which is a good thing. It's not like it's an individual oriented game. Every game is team oriented, and the teams play well together. Opposed to you seeing, you see the mistakes that Celtics are making a whole hell of a lot, showing their youth at times, and it's bad when your small forward is playing point guard and your point guard can't play point guard.
Right,
and that's what's hurting them because he has to work. So Jason Tatum has to work so hard to get his shots, as we talked about with Luka, as what we talk about with Harden when he wasn't injured. Him that don't have to put so much time on the basketball and then finally get into a shot. You're drained. Like, you don't have the same legs. You don't have that same, that oomph into getting that shot. Yep. But our boy, Dr. Kyle, is in the building.
The doctor is in.
Doctor is in the building.
The doctor is in the house, baby.
The doctor's in the house, and
what's up, baby, bro.
Yo.
And we SB's on your heels.
What's up, SB? What's
I just want you to explain Golden State and That's it. All.
So SB just took over the show and just cut me off.
I'm sorry.
From me explaining what I was to say. So we know we're not allowing SB to get back on here for a week. He's going to be suspended. Yeah, he has an employee suspension. He's going to get an employee suspension. He just cut the host off. Like, you cut K off and he talking about Clippers. Cool. You cut me off and talking about the Pistons. I'll let you ride. You cut Kyle off talking about Dallas. We're fine. That's all good. But you just cut me off like a motherfucker. But Don, I think most of us, we all 3 are pushing for Celtics for the most part. But only reason that we would like Golden State to win is just because of what Steph is doing. It's remarkable to see. Go ahead, Kyle. What you got to say, brother? Because SB wants you to explain.
What do you want me to explain, SB?
Gideon said Boston is 6 as well.
I just said you said the Warriors at 6. I just want you to. So you got the Warriors winning. They got to win. So you pretty much win 3 in a row. They just won now, and then they win another game. They'll be up 3-2. Then they win another game. That'll be series over. So you said they're gonna beat the Celtics 3 times. So I need you to explain to me how they're gonna beat the Celtics 3 times in a row.
Gideon says,
"What you mean? Salute
to Kyle and SB." Hey, Gideon, how you gonna salute Kyle and SB and not KC in the next step?
That's all right.
Come on, Gid. That's one of the SB boys. That's SB boy.
Now you want to
That's SB boy. Yeah.
No, I think
hey, Gideon, you want to get on here, Gideon? Holla at me, Gideon.
I gotta put mute my mic again.
Yeah, I'm muting you. Yeah. We got muting. We got mute. We gonna mute SB for a second. Shoot your shot, Kyle. Get him, Kyle. Look at him in his face when you saying this to him.
So just to make sure, what's the count now, right? What's the count?
Hold up. Let him back in. Y'all want to let him back in? Let's let him back in.
Let him back in. No, don't.
Go ahead. You good.
All right.
You good, SB.
So what's the series at right now? 2-2, right? So
He's doing his commercials. That's probably why he can't talk.
Right. So that's why I was confused because he said they got to win 3 straight games. Now, they just got to win 2 more, which they demonstrated that they can do. Right. I don't know if you noticed. It seems like
he said, "I don't know if you noticed. I'm instigating."
That rotation, what he was doing prior to this series, like noticed, like Kerr was doing something a lot different. Like he was very strict with like the rotation. Like he was keeping people out there, and he wasn't utilizing some of the bench, which I feel like Boston has been doing this complete series, and it's been working for him. So now you're starting to see Clay come back. He's getting more into a rhythm, which was honestly to Boston's benefit because even when he dropped that 23, 24, whatever he put in game 3, he still seemed like he was out of sorts. Clay is looking a little bit more confident out there right now, and he's hitting shots that he's supposed to be hitting. So that was the one thing that Boston absolutely didn't want to happen. Poole seems like he's settling down a little bit. It seemed like earlier in the series, like the lights were a little bit too bright for him, but he's starting to kind of get into it. And like I said, I like what Curry's doing. I like what Kerr's doing in regards to letting he's letting the rotations flow, right? If you saw like during the season, they had one of the best rotations in regards to their bench play. And for whatever reason, like he wasn't putting folks in the game. Like, I don't know, he was playing with Looney's numbers. He was doing other different things. So
he's nervous.
Yeah. So, I mean, I get it. But I think the same way how with Boston, they did what got them to the dance, right? They didn't abandon the only thing they needed to work on was closing out games, which is something they're still struggling with. But I see Kerr's kind of getting back to what what got him there. Mm-hmm. We know what Curry's going to do. He's hot right now. So good luck on stopping him. The best way to do
he's been hot since the series started.
The best thing you can do with with Curry is do the same thing you were trying to do earlier in the season. Get him in foul trouble so you can get him out the game. Outside of that, I don't really see what else they can do with Curry right now, just because, like I said, he's in full like Super Saiyan mode. Yeah,
and Gideon said the same thing. Gideon said Boston 6, they just need to be physical with Curry, swarm the perimeter, and force turnovers. Now, with Gideon, I understand that, Gideon, but at the same token, being swarming the perimeter is not a good thing when you're playing with a bunch of shooters. Yeah. Because once you start letting these guys get to the rim, now you got to back up again. Yeah. So now you're going to open the perimeter once you swarming it. Now, if you're saying flex it, meaning that you're switching damn near on everything, everybody on that team can guard everybody, you're fine. But if you're not going to switch and having Williams, the big kid Williams, not the other Williams, but if you're going to have him guarding a Clay or a Steph on that perimeter, as you see, he's already hobbled. And one up fake or one jab, one direction, he's done. He's not trying to get back to help, not unless he's doing a rundown block. Because if you ever see him on the perimeter, as soon as Steph or somebody make one move, if he goes, he's just gone. Yeah. So he's still playing hobble. So it's like the double-edged sword, but I think more it's just got to be switch on everything, opposed to and then laying off of Draymond until, like I was talking to Kate earlier, letting Draymond shoot that top of the key, and if Dre gets confidence in knocking one down, then you start making other adjustments until to avoid him getting a little rhythm, because if he makes one, there's a chance that he's going to make two. Then there's a chance that you're going to get him going in transition. Then we talk about that 15 points that Kyle was talking about earlier, of him getting 15 points in the game, and he's at that 15. And if Draymond's getting 15, that means that you're going to be suffering somewhere else with one of the big scorers. It ain't going to be Poole. I mean, it ain't going to be the other big or the role players. It's going to be mainly the big two out of that, because now you overplaying everybody.
And listen, Wiggins is having these quiet very effective games, man.
And-
Double. Yeah, these are quiet double
Look,
games.
yeah, like 15. If this dude is it like one of his regular games, not the quiet 19, 21 points that he's been getting in 17. This dude goes off for like 25, 30.
But the thing is with that is what I love about with Golden State. The players together. They play together.
Very cool.
If somebody's rolling, they roll with them, and that's what Boston as well to a point. Because sometimes you'll get smart to take a stupid ass shot, and you'll be like, "Yo, there's no reason for you to take that shot. Give it back, swing it. You don't have to make a play right now." But to see what Golden State is doing, and when Wiggins is rolling, they give Wig the ball. You know what I'm saying?
rolling.
He's been defending his ass off the whole time that he's been playing. So you gotta the problems that he's been giving Tatum is that length. Pause. You know what I'm saying? So Tatum's not even finishing at the basket the way he was prior to.
Yeah.
Everything is you see him miss more layups than anything right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's because he got the ball in his hand for like 15 seconds.
Yep.
I gotta do a spin move. I gotta do a jab. I gotta do another spin move. I
Yeah,
gotta do a
making
pump
it
fake.
work.
I gotta do, It's like, yo, after that, my legs is done.
Yeah.
Just from
Making
that
it work.
one. You know what I'm saying? Donnell Williams said the Warriors are about the only team that has played every player on this roster this year. They're great for coaching and development. I'll let somebody else answer because I just had a long-winded answer, but go
No,
ahead.
they
So
are.
that
Just
was
'cause
my
Clay
thing
was
that
out
I
too,
liked
though.
about with the Warriors, but I felt like they got away from that earlier in the series. Like they weren't playing their bench the same way. Like you saw with Boston, they were doing that very well. Like they were getting everybody in there, and the fact that they were doing that during the other series, like their players were battle tested. So when they got to this stage, they weren't afraid to take or make those plays. So like I felt like you just have to continue using, the weapons or the personnel that you have. I don't feel like Kurt was doing that earlier in the series, but I mean I get it. I mean you still kind of filling each other out, but you can't play around too long with Boston with that because Boston definitely will make you pay.
I don't think they can afford to do that against this team this series because it seems like if it ain't Steph out there really going, like Wiggs had little spurs, that's the only other person that's really been consistent. Like without they undermatch against them without Steph Curry. Like Steph Curry is the only difference maker. That's what's keeping them in this series. To me, that's why I was sad. Because the reason why I said, they got to win 3 straight? Because if they just won the last game and they win 2 more in a row, that mean they would have beat them 3 straight times. And I can't even. It's nothing that the Warriors has shown me that they can beat them 3 times, not even probably 2 times in a row. Honestly,
Because they struggling to get one.
Curry had to get.
Curry got to go off.
Off.
It's either third quarter or he got to be leading to 40 into that fourth already with Curry. You know what I'm saying?
Because the Celtics have shown that they can make the one thing we was worried about with the Celtics was how are you going to handle the Warriors third quarter? No matter what's going on, no matter what you do, the Warriors third is going to happen, and that's shown that they can maintain that.
Yep.
Now it's like, okay, we maintain the third. What y'all gonna do now?
Let me ask y'all this.
Okay.
Each game that the Warriors lost, do you feel like Boston beat them, or was it also the Warriors beating themselves? Like
I think the Warriors. I think the Boston beat themselves. I mean, Warriors
beat themselves for sure.
Yeah, because they have capability. They had the capability to win every game besides maybe one.
So that's what I'm saying. So that's why I'm saying with Draymond. That's why I mentioned like he's playing as opposed to with emotion. He's playing emotionally out there. So like you see how Draymond is. Draymond needs to get himself revved up. He needs to be in the mix. He kind of is coming from like that Rodman kind of school of thought where I can get in there. It's like, all right, well, how are you going to be a distraction and kind of like play around with them psychologically and emotionally, but also be able to go out there and do what you're supposed to do. He didn't do that the game before last. Now he was able to do that this game. Now maybe that was because he was getting revved up because of the they're talking about the podcast. He's distracted, so on and so forth. But we know that Draymond has a history of this happening during series where he gets himself takes himself out of the game just because he gets himself over-involved or such. But when he's playing with emotion as opposed to like out of control, all right, well, cool, we're playing differently. So that's why I feel like with certain situations, especially when he put up that nasty stat line earlier in the week, which was terrible, it was like, bro, you took yourself out of the game. So,
we getting a lot of going back and forth with Gideon and Donnell. shooting
Said
the
Wiggins,
shot. I appreciate it.
said Wiggins was
So
a demon
that's
on the
why
board.
they're doing it. I'm telling you, like Clay is looking more confident out there. Like
I just can't see Boston losing 3 games in a row. How good they are defensively, because just to answer your point, I know you asked like every Boston win they won confidence to me. Where it's like Boston beat them. Every Boston win they confidently won. But besides that, Warriors the one they won at home. I didn't see no game where I was confident in Boston. Game 3 exposed the Warriors to me more because I was like, they can't guard the Celtics. They're not a better defensive team. They can't out rebound them. Only real person that's really going off is Steph. And I told you, I feel like this is just a repeat cycle of the last 2 series we've seen Boston, and just one dude looking like the best player in the series, but they not playing good as a team. And the Warriors have not been playing good as a team.
Well, I'll tell you what, SB. And that's a great point. I'll tell you what, though. Like now, one way that Boston can let this thing slip away is in the rebounding column, because the game 3 players on Golden State have had double-digit rebounds. Curry had 10. Wiggins had 16. That's crazy right there.
Yeah, that was
and
crazy.
Looney had
I agree with that.
And Looney had 11. So that's what it says. My math serves me correct. That's 16 and 11. That's
37
plus 10 is 37. That's 37 boards right there. And then on top of that, they had 16 offensive rebounds. So that could just be with everybody getting loose balls, long rebounds, whatever the case may be. So I think probably in the next game, they're gonna have to work on, second chances happen. It is what it is. But a third chance?
10 minutes.
We can't have that. Yeah, we can't have a third chance, So.
It's no excuse. Like Looney, that's cool, but there's no excuse for Wiggins getting 16
and Curry getting 10.
That's eye popping right there. And you can agree with me on that, but that's eye popping.
He's not supposed to
17 and 16.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
We got a bunch of comments. Let's try to run through these comments. Gideon says Wiggins was a demon on the boards and his jumper has been consistent in the playoffs. Every game besides maybe one game, I'm gonna say with that one. Gideon also said Wiggins contesting Tatum shots and playing without fouling. Yep, and that's exactly what I was just elaborating on a second ago.
Yep.
Donnell chimes in and says Golden State straight finesse Minnesota for Wiggins. They got Wiggins and a first round pick.
Yep, finesse that.
Yep.
Yeah, because
they
knew they wasn't going to.
That was a lick.
Then we got Gideon. Gideon also.
After straight robbery, we call it a lick.
Gideon also Tatum is building a house for the. I guess that's supposed to be for the needy. He's shooting 34% from the field and 27% from two. And that's because Wiggins is making him work extremely hard, and them not having a point guard that can be a point guard was hurting them. Otherwise, when they was doing in the regular season, when Smart can control the game, they don't trust Smart at the point guard position right now, control and running the offense. So they got to put the ball in his hands. Gideon also says, if you notice, the Warriors' third quarter was kind of died down a bit since game 2. I thought the Celtics had their own in the third in games 3 and 4. I would say that, but the problem is they may have had not a great quarter, but Steph is still getting 13 to 15 points. So if them only getting 20, 25 points opposed to getting 33 points in that third quarter, Steph is still getting 10 to 13 points out of that. So you kind of is like, it's not a bad quarter. It may have went down, but Steph is still getting that 10 to 13, which leads them into that fourth quarter.
I need Boston. Whenever they go back to Boston, I need their crowd to kind of settle down with Steph. Just leave him alone.
Stop talking to him.
That ain't gonna happen in Boston. That ain't gonna happen in Boston.
Listen. They need look. Talk to the crowd beforehand. Say, look, because you're only making matters worse. Right? This man revved up.
You don't choke the bear.
Yeah. You don't throw stuff at him. You don't say stuff. Listen.
All right.
Let him do his business, but don't have him getting all revved up. Listen, man, that's not the guy. Not him.
Yeah, not him. Donnell says Golden State should be up 3-1, but they blew a 12-point lead in the fourth quarter of game 1. Kirk took Curry out 6 minutes, and by the time he came back, it was too late. To to mention it, I'll speak on it, or somebody else can elaborate on it. I'll just
go
try to
ahead,
get
guys.
through the rest of these comments.
Go ahead.
Before we get off of here. I think Curry had to come out that game because Curry had to come out that game because of foul trouble. So he had to spread that out because they was hunting him on defense. They should be up 3-1. I don't think so. I think that Boston should be up 3-1. That's just my outtake on that.
Especially from last night.
Yeah.
Especially from last night. Because 55, because letting Golden State get 55 total rebounds and stuff like that is unheard of.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous. And like I said, like we keep saying, that 10 from Steph, that's not even including the 16 from Wiggins, but to let Steph get 10, like that 16 is that's ugly. Just saying 16 and saying Wiggins is just don't even add up. And Draymond's is giving you singles, like.
But you saw nobody was crashing the boards though.
Yeah, but how's Wiggins getting more rebounds than Draymond, which means that you're on the perimeter too much when you're not being used. You're not being useful.
And that benefit the Warriors if they
and that benefit. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
So like if
Gideon,
you saw all the shots that were going off, they're coming off long, and it was just like they're waiting there for.
Gideon says if Warriors want to win, continue to the second chance opportunities, cut to the hole, and get Tatum, Smart, and Brown in foul trouble.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean, but that's from the outside looking at it. You can't just say that. Just get these people in trouble.
Well, you know what? Actually, you can say that. You know what? You can say that because it's like this. It's like anytime you get a second chance opportunity with a rebound, now the defense is scrambling. So that's when you start going to the hole because now everybody's scrambling like, whose man is that? Boom, that's a foul right there. That's a foul waiting to happen.
But they getting offensive rebounds under the basket. There's no cutting after that.
Oh,
you see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
they get Wiggins is getting rebounds and stuff a foot or two under the basket. It's just athletic rebounds. They right back. They getting putbacks. So it's not like they getting long rebounds and they setting up the offense. Everybody scattered, running back out to the perimeter, and then you get that backdoor cut that Draymond throws to Clay or Steph or somebody or Poole.
And some of those,
quite
I
often.
think some of those might be 50-50 balls too, because most rebounds are taken under the rim anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like they're just like getting a snatch from them or whatever the case may be.
And I think it was big for Steve Kerr to actually bench Draymond like he did, because they actually saved him to make that run.
He noticed it. Yeah, I ain't mad at him. Gideon says Boston could be up 3-1. They can smoke the 21-6. But they got smoked 21-6 in the last 7 minutes due to horrible shots selected from smart. And that's once again we elaborate that we all agree with you on that. Gideon says also Udoka needs to play Pritchard more.
Like he did before. Yeah, like he did in game. Game
even though he don't pass the ball, but
yeah, but he's a threat.
He's a threat. Yeah,
that's the whole point of him being on the floor. You got to play him, whether he don't pass the ball or not. You got to play him. So then Gideon got his last comment to add to SB's point. Right, Gideon on fire.
Gideon on fire tonight.
After I said that SB comment, he just went on like, "That's SB, man." Oh, all right.
Don't forget.
I told you, he know his knowledge.
Let me find out. Gideon a bot. Right. He a bot.
Gideon got his. He be talking sports too with this.
Right.
The Knicks, yeah.
Okay, so to add to SB's point, I'm not even reading this no more now.
You want me to read it, man? I'll just be dropping knowledge, man. It's the truth, man.
Shoot your shot, bro.
To add to the great one's point.
He's been muted.
Oh, God.
So, to add to SB's point, Celtics are 7-0 after losses. Have had they losing streak since January and had a huge point differential after L's. Also, Warriors are 4-5 on the road in the playoffs. Hey, great facts. I like this, Gideon. You gotta get on here next week with us. You know what I'm saying? Keep shooting, bro.
Heart,
just like don't get aboard. We ain't doing that. Like, I appreciate him bringing you over here to us, but no, we ain't doing that. You know what I mean? No, we just not. Y'all want to let him back in?
Yeah.
He called himself the great one. That's what it fucked up. It fucked that all up. You know what I mean?
Man,
we got SB. Shot times on SB back in the building.
Well, hey,
You know what I'm
Larry, I
saying?
got a
He
question
had
for you.
some technical difficulties. His phone Mike was saying some crazy shit. I don't know what the fuck. But
Larry, quick question though.
Thank
I mean, what's wrong with putting the great in front of someone's name? You just showing that proper respect though.
you, man.
Like when I say the great Joe Smith, right there.
That's crazy.
But it can't be self-proclaimed.
we can't hear him.
Yeah, he's just, yeah,
The
yeah.
fuck? This show is about to end anyway because this bro he just went
Hey, you out here?
he out of pocket, yo. Like
What are you talking about?
Gideon says I don't see the Warriors winning Game 6 in Boston, so Game 5 will tell me if the series will go 7. I think it's going to go 7, Gideon, but I think it's going to be flop, and then this is what NBA want anyway. Not to say that,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
I still think it's Golden State in 6, but I would like to see 7 games. I'll take that.
You still think Golden State in 6?
I think Boston has to get this next game, though. I think Boston has to get this next game. Then I
Okay,
would
bet.
scared from the point of saying that Warriors could possibly win a 6. So the Boston needs this game more than I would say the Warriors need to win this game.
Yeah, most definitely.
This is
Get
the
in,
game-
no
this is
doubt,
the
no
game to
doubt,
win,
bro.
yeah.
We appreciate you, man. Just go on my Instagram and shoot me an email like SB did, and we get you on here next week. We have more to talk about, you know what I mean, and everything.
Notorious G.
For this last, I got like 3 minutes because I gotta run my daughter to her friends. I know she's already going crazy.
All right.
Dr. Kyle, do you have any words for any mental health issue, health wise, that you would like to speak on real fast? Like I said, we got a couple minutes before I get up out of here, and we had the doctor report earlier.
Honestly, just continue to practice your own self-care, everybody. I mean, I know it's we're getting ready to go into the summer, and people tend to be, in more spirits as far as like the summertime and, people going on vacations and things of that nature. However, there is such a thing as seasonal affect disorder regarding the summertime. I know a lot of people tend to associate that particular issue in the winter, but it does exist in the summer just because days are longer right now, especially with the economy. Inflation is going up, so you have a lot of things. People are struggling financially. It's a lot of different stress. So absolutely just be aware if you're noticing any different type of changes, like if you're becoming more restless, issues, sleeping, appetite, even though things are happening during the summer as far as like cookouts and holidays, even if you're noticing that like you're expressing like different kind of a lower mood and maybe you're ambivalent or more or less reluctant to kind of go and attend some of these family functions and things, there might be something going on there. So just want to be aware of some of those cues, aware of some of those symptoms that you might be experiencing, because seasonal affect disorder is a real thing, especially during the summer. All right. So absolutely just, practice self-care out there. Make sure you're checking on your loved ones, seeing how everybody's doing, and stay safe out there.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, so that was today's doc report with Dr. Kyle Osborne that we'll have every week. We thank all y'all for showing up today, man. Gideon, Donnell. Let me make sure I said his name right. Hold up. Gideon also says his last thing was stay safe, healthy, strong, and be aware of your surroundings. For sure, brother.
Absolutely.
He said great speech, Kyle.
Appreciate
Great
that.
speech.
Gideon.
The doctor's in the house.
The doctor's in the house. So Gideon, Donnell, my brother Daryl, Slapnuts, Dean Smith. That's my big brother. Mont. Who else was on here today? Lee R2D, aka R2D2. My big bro Ant. Yeah, we gotta have fun on here, right? You know what I'm saying? We thank all y'all for chiming in. Gideon, we gonna get you on here maybe next week. We all get in here, get on the panel, and be talking about something. So yeah, just hit me on the Instagram. Otherwise, my shout outs is the shout out to everybody who's listened, watch, who's going to watch later, view it, like, subscribe, hit the notification button to our channel. In the basement with Next Step in KC, Black Psychologist Podcast, Dr. Kyle right there. SB Talk Sports, his YouTube channel. But I'm gonna say thank you and love always to my man Bill and his family. We gonna miss you, bro, but you'll always be here with us. That Stars for life, bro. I got you. Okay. Anything you want to say?
Just want to piggyback off your sentiments too as well. Next week we're definitely gonna get into it, man. Next week we're gonna talk about Quinn Snyder leaving the Jazz. We're gonna talk about Sheed on the Lakers staff, Darvin Ham coming in there with the Lakers. And also shout out to the fam, Kyle. Once again, thank you for coming on again. SB, you already know.
Appreciate that, Gideon.
Yeah, thank you, Gideon. And just stay safe out there, guys, and check on each other.
SB.
Y'all hit everything on the
He's
head.
done. Okay, next to Kyle. Dr. SB, go ahead, bro.
Just like the Pistons. Just like
all right, don't ruin your moment. Don't ruin your moment. Go ahead, bro.
Got muted. It's cool. But no, y'all hit everything on the head, man. Salute, blessings, peace, and love to everybody, man.
Yeah. Dr. Kyle.
I got nothing. I don't want no smoke, Larry.
No, you good. You good, bro.
I had to make mass quick, Cal. I had to say it to get up out of there.
Yeah, do the job.
That was KC fault. That was K. Dug at everything. Listen, yo, man, go ahead, Kyle.
I got nothing. I appreciate being here. I appreciate y'all having me.
I do shout out for Kyle. Shout out to Trend.
That's all I got.
Trend. We gotta give shout out to Trend.
Absolutely, Trent. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, listen, we appreciate y'all watching, listening, everything, man. Until next week, y'all in the basement with Next Step in K, Dr. Kyle, SB Sports Talk, and all our comments and listeners and everybody. We appreciate y'all greatly, man. Until next time, the deuces, bro. We in the building. We be here next week, waiting for y'all to come in. Peace.
We'll be right back.